Hi there everybody, kia ora and good morning. Welcome to CET Arena. Welcome to day 3 of Basketball New Zealand's National Championships. Ben O'Brien leave here on Wednesday morning. Only the cleaners, security and ourselves are here. Deathly silence in these halls otherwise. Now, here on Court 5 we have 4 great games which are going to be live streamed for you today. Again, a reminder that originally only 1 court was going to be used for that purpose. We have 2 for the benefit of the public and sports lovers everywhere. Game number 1, the AA girls at 9 a.m. with your commentators Maya Williamson and Mel Bennett, Kaiapoi High and Mount Maunganui. Game 2 at 10:45 a.m. the AA boys, Maya and Sam Watkins, St Thomas's and Waimea College. St Thomas's had the last game last night, the late game last night. Wonder what sort of shape they'll be in. A-girls semi number 1, 2:15 p.m. Crystal Ledger Walker. There's a big name in basketball with Josh Thompson. Ngā Taiatia Wharikura versus Opanaki. Then the A-girls semi number 2 at 4 p.m. Maya and Crystal Ledger Walker, Aquinas College up against Te Kura Kaupapa Māori o Te Koto.
Do you see that score? Kia ora everyone and welcome to day 3 of the Basketball New Zealand Secondary School Nationals. We have yet another pool game here this morning, Mount Maunganui College versus Kaiapoi High School. I'm Maya Williamson and I'm with the one and only Mel Bennett. Good morning, Mel.
Morena. Nau mai, hoki mai ki tēnei hōtaka i te atanei. Yeah, just a really exciting match to watch. Obviously, watching one of our home teams from Tauranga, Mount Maunganui College, and Kaiapoi, who I've had the pleasure of watching during the week as well. And, you know, obviously, Mount College unbeaten through pool play at the moment. So, and Kaiapoi has been struggling.
Yeah, they have been, but, you know, you carry on, you venture on anyway. I think we're going to head over to some team list, if you want to take it away, Mel.
Yeah, sure. So from Mount Maunganui College, number 1, Shamar Broughton, 2, Anna Hardy, 4, Karis Broughton, 6, Krista Bennett, 7, Terina Timutumu, 8, Olivia Lassie, 9, Jada Ormsby, 10, Mahinarangi Bazant, 12, Mariana Munga, 13, Shikani Murray, and 15, Bailey Pitt, and Captain Kailani Horn, who is actually out with injury, coached by Paul Berridge, Brent Bazant, and managed by Sharon Horn.
Ka Pai, and we're going to head over to the Kaiapoi High School lineup now in a minute. We have number 3, Isabel Clark, number 5, Ellie Shaw, 6, Alia Newton, 7, Delta Shaw, 8, Anika Shaw, 9, Casey McAllister, 10, Brooke Cates, 12, Madeline Gasconi, and 13, Eva Perry, coached by Josh Shaw and assisted by Matt Newton and managed by Hayley Newton. So a lot of family blood in that team.
Seems like a whānau affair.
It is, yep. 3 sisters and the dad is the coach.
And obviously the assistant coach and manager, whānau of Alia.
Yep, mum and dad. And our Team Grey referees today are Nick Choi and Jasmine Dean, as you see them on the screen there. We love Team Grey, don't we, Mel?
Yes, we do. I think they've done a fantastic job this week.
So Mount Maunganui, as you said, unbeaten and relatively easy ride. They haven't had too many nail-biters. And Kaiapoi with 1 win and 2 pretty tough losses. So it'll be a hard game for them to bounce back.
Yeah, but anything's possible. It is
Absolutely.
Tournament play, early morning game. But I'm interested to see what they throw out there, because the pressure is all on MMC this morning. So I hope to see some grit, some fight, some hustle, some diving on the floor, loose ball and stuff like that. So let's see what they can bring this morning.
Well, this Kaiapoi team's still talented. Finished 4th at the qualifiers. They've got Aaliyah Newton, who attended the New Zealand Under-17 girls camp in Auckland. 5 rep players, but as well, Mount Maunganui obviously have Olivia Lassie, New Zealand rep, and 8 other rep players, which is pretty impressive.
It is impressive, and 2 players we should really watch out for in this game, Shamar and Karis Broughton, who lit it up at Under-15 Nationals in July earlier this year. They generally, one starts and the other rotates in for the other, so and they've got 2 other Year 13s experienced players, or 3 actually. Shakani Murray recently played for Northland D-League, and she's quite a nice facilitator, so waiting to see what she brings this morning. And Mahina Rangi and Mariana, 2 level heads in the team, quite athletic players. So exciting team.
Yep. And so we've got Aaliyah Newton, who is Kaiapoi's powerhouse, but behind that we also have Delta Shore, who represented North Canterbury Under-19 Nationals this year, and is in a lead scholarship team heading to Hoop Nation, I believe. So, yep, she's talented as well.
Talking about Hoop Nation, the coach of the team is one of the 2 co-founders, Paul Berridge.
Yes.
So a lot of basketball experience there, and a great passion for the team, and he's been with Mount College for the last couple of years. Both of his children are off at Realdon High School over in the States, so even though his daughter's not playing lyric, he's still made a commitment to stay solid and coach this team. And obviously Kaya Berridge was in the boys team last year, and the same thing, Kaya left for high school, and Paul continued to coach the boys team, so he's really invested in this group.
Sign of a good coach, that's for sure.
Yes.
And we're going to get underway here. Mount Maunganui will come up with possession. Oh, great pass, and a really nice finish from Shamar there. Kaiapoi will clap right back. Nice pass. 2 good possessions to start off the game. Not a lot of full court pressure here from Kaiapoi. Olivia Lassie.
Yeah, that did come off her leg, so interesting. Mariana likes to go left. So, so both her and Mahina Rangi really do get to the rim a lot, so let's see how they can defend that.
Aaliyah Newton not even... Yep, here we go. Now she'll come back to get the ball. This is a nice wee matchup we have. Aaliyah Newton and Olivia Lassie. Olivia Lassie quite a talented defender, I believe.
Yes, she is.
Nice drive and kick. I like to see that. Aaliyah Newton, a really good distributor. Great at penetrating and finding her teammates.
That's a tough drive. Oh, and yeah, hands come down. You've got to stay. Fingers through the roof.
Fingers through the roof. Fingertips to the ceiling.
Yes.
The referees have done a really good job of penalising any kind of ill discipline in terms of that. So, these players need to learn staying vertical, especially someone like Olivia Lassie. You don't want her to be in foul trouble for this Mount Maunganui side.
No, definitely not. And sometimes she does have a tendency to get herself into foul trouble, so she just needs to adjust right now.
Madeline makes her first free throw. Kuru Tautaku, no good on the second one. Coming with a lot of pace here, Shakani Murray gets her own offensive two-upper. Kaiapoi look to push and trans.
Quite a lot of pace in this game already, and if we reflect back to 9 a.m. yesterday, it wasn't quite the same with both teams running up and down the floor. I think it was early morning with St Mary's and Mags, but this morning they're both off to the races.
She's going to eat some good breakfast, I think.
Yeah. Or TikTok dancing.
Oh yeah, we saw a bit of that, didn't we, Mel?
I think that was a warm up for MMC today. TikTok Queens.
Ball will stay in the position of Mount Maunganui, so obviously working hard already to get these O boards. Kaiapoi want to do a better job of being physical and not allowing that.
And just a nice little stack entry here. Didn't connect with the pass down to Ma, but you know, Shamar's aggressive, likes to get to the rim.
Good at doing so as well. Delta Shore, any space, she will let it fly. Haven't seen any success yet. Maunganui playing with a lot of pace here this morning.
They are, I like it. Oh,
well defended there, vertical, taking chest bumps. Shamar, nice pass. Mahinarangi with a really nice finish. That's the relative of Jaden Bazant, is that right now?
Yes, younger sister. Jaden, if you're tuning in, hope you're doing well overseas, my man.
Shikani Murray picks off that pass a little too easily, and a really nice finish in transition puts Mount Maunganui up 3. We still have 7.5 minutes left in this quarter. Olivia Lassie doing a really good job at defending Aaliyah Newton. Quite congested here for this Kaiapoi High team. Really nice finish though.
Yeah, that was tough. She had multiple defenders to get by there. Shamar will go all the way, draws the foul, gets to the line.
So like we said, Shamar Broughton and twin Karis Broughton had an excellent under-15 nationals this year for Tauranga. Both made tournament team. And I think there was one game they actually combined for 63 points of their teams, maybe 80. So
I was watching semis and finals from Jordan because we were over there at the time and super impressed. And they've been coming to our Phi trainings as well in the mornings, so last term, but no, they certainly hold their own and they're fearless.
Absolutely. I like to see that from young athletes and a great family that they're a part of too.
Yeah, you see older brother Shalom in the stands, and I'm sure young Salem is also watching over from Red City Raw land in Australia.
Australia. I see a foul call there go against Shikani Murray. So again, wanting to be disciplined. Obviously, we don't want this side to be in foul trouble, so they will run a nice little blob action. Delta Shore, a really nice pull-up jumper. When she gets hot, she becomes a problem. Shikani Murray left unguarded for a majority of the court.
Yeah, D-Tran's obviously different with both teams, so Kaiapoi allowing us, you know, not applying enough ball pressure in the full court in transition, and Mount, you'll see they'll match up as the best they can straight away.
Yep.
Oh, and a nice launch from Mariana.
Another offensive rebound, so they're working pretty hard. I think they say they have about 5 already.
Yes. Something
you want to minimalise. Aaliyah Newton does a good job to pick that one off.
Yeah, looking for that backdoor cut, but unfortunately did not connect.
So a little bit disorganised offensively for Kaiapoi.
Oh, great pass. They just went to sleep back there.
Great backcourt pressure here. Isabel Clark doing a good job on Shikani Murray. Not a lot going on here for Mount Maunganui. They have 8 seconds now to work with.
Yeah, nice entry into the cutter there, and Murray with her footwork going back to her preferred left-hand side.
No, that's very nice though. We love a jump stop step through.
Oh, yes.
Classic part of basketball, and earns itself a trip to the free throw line for a pair of Kuruto Tukus, and good and connects on the first. I think we have a sub in here, Anna Hardy, who was actually the captain of the under-15 Tauranga team that Shamar and Karis played in.
She's relentless. She's a good one to watch out for as well. Can knock down the 3, and defensively she's just a hustler.
We love to see it. Aaliyah Newton on a preferred left hand goes coast to coast and finishes a tough lay.
And this is what we talked about before the game, right? Was can these girls just come out and take it to them, because the pressure is all on Mount Maunganui College at the moment. You know, Mount have another tough game coming up against St Andrews College, and you know they're one of the favourites to take this tournament out.
Yeah. Absolutely, that'll be the focus of the day. But
it will be.
Yep, Kaiapoi, nothing to lose here today. Oh, Shikani Murray.
Very clever, Shikani.
Looked like she didn't even try to do that. Not even breaking sweat.
Those are those little tricks of the trade.
We love it.
Yeah. I've seen Crystal Ledger-Walker do that a bit.
Of course we have.
Yeah. You'll get to hear from Crystal later on today. She'll be on the mic as well.
Experienced player. Shikani Murray, a tough spin move. Oh, physical in transition, but no foul call.
No foul call. Ref decided to let it go.
Delta, nice little pull up in transition, and then those are those fouls you don't like to give, right?
No.
Player does something and then out of frustration gives away a silly foul.
It's called the retaliation foul.
The retaliation foul. Understandable. We've all been in that position before, but
that's
obviously
control your emotions. Like,
especially Delta, who will be playing a lot of minutes here today. You don't want to be getting yourself into a vulnerable position.
No, I think they all look really fit too. This Kaiapoi group, great comms. And one thing I'm enjoying seeing is, you know, the matchup defense. We've traditionally seen a lot of zone lately.
Yeah, 100%. So nice to see some teams playing man-to-man defense.
Yeah.
So nice to see screen coverages and help rotations, all that good stuff. Well defended by Anna Hardy here. Gets over the screen quite easily. Yeah, this Mount team making it very difficult and then just giving away a foul at the end of the possession. They did a good job to initially defend that, but again, just those hands coming down on the step through from Delta.
Yeah, she got over the on-ball screen and then went to go back, and then they called a switch, and then she just got out of position a little bit.
No good on that first Kuru Totoku there for Delta. And just rims out the second. These double rims, man, they'll kill you. Oh, Aaliyah Newton just misses picking that one off. Shikani Murray will spin.
Nice kick, nice extra. Yeah, I was going to say it might be nice to get a reversal there.
And that's
opens up Liv Lassie, who gets her own rebound, selects through the left, cannot connect, and she sprints back in transition as well.
Nice offensive position there, just can't get it to go.
Gets the rebound. She's got no friends to pass to, so she just slows it down.
Nice leadership here, telling her teammates where to go. Corner on ball allows Shamar Broughton to work.
You don't really see a corner on ball like that. It's usually kick the ball down and go screen away, but or cut through.
But you know, corner on ball works too.
But you know, the person that she passed it to can create off any type 100%. Of on ball screen. So
personnel, right? Both teams a little bit disorganised this morning.
And we've got a bit of an ankle roll down there. Just that collision with Shikani Murray, and she's obviously landed a bit awkwardly. Wanting to know if we can get a replay on that.
I think we're going to see a Wahike timeout here for the Mount Maunganui College side. So hopefully Aaliyah can rest up that ankle, but it looks like she is going to come out of the game. Yeah, both teams a little bit disorganised offensively early in the morning. Mount Maunganui looking good. They had a few nice looks in that last possession, but just unable to convert on a few of them.
Yeah, for sure. A fast-paced game. That injury there, I think that's going to be a telling factor on how they continue to play throughout this game. But they have come out there a little bit unorthodox, which maybe MMC is not accustomed to. So I think if they can try and control the game as best as possible. But difference with MMC, they've got a lot of depth sitting as well. So Coach Paul could rotate multiple players in and out and wouldn't lose that much impact. So interesting to see how this game continues.
Yeah, this Kaiapoi team obviously not the same amount of depth. They are missing a key player who is Kariri Atua Williams' little sister Booz. She is a big part of this team. Yeah. Hard to say that every time, but yeah, she is injured and has been for a good part of the season, and she's also a big part of the offensive source for Kaiapoi. So you know, they've had to play a big part of the season without her, which has been quite difficult, obviously.
That's tough because she's a key player. She can bring the ball up, she can post play, she can shoot the perimeter shot.
Yeah.
So it's tough missing her. And if you're watching Te Rongo Mai Aniwaniwa, I hope you recover well and back for next season.
But nevertheless, Kaiapoi have done a really good job to adjust without her. Obviously, they're not a huge team as well, missing Booz, but yeah, they've done a really good job. Delta good on the second, Kuru, Tautoku, and Kaiapoi will actually take the lead 12-10. Still 3 minutes to play in this quarter. Couple of handoffs, and Olivia Lassie asks for an on-ball. Will penetrate out of that. Oh, ouch, that looked sore. And yeah, that
looked awkward, that collision. I was just talking about the action on the other side, you know, that punch flare screen that came off, so interesting.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Took it like a champ, though.
Yeah, she did. She's tough.
Also, safety pass there. Corner on ball again. Olivia Lassie will just pull. And yeah, they're all over the O boards this morning. Offensive two-up is up to about 8 in the quarter now. Shikani Murray.
Oh, unable to connect. Now with those corner on balls, Kaiapoi could have a go at trapping that because
100%.
of the space, you know, limited space there.
Yeah, great opportunity for an aggressive coverage. Looks like Mount Maunganui in a bit of a half-court trap there, trying to disorganise Kaiapoi a little bit, which they have done.
Yeah, I think they've gone to either a 1-2-2 or a 3-2 zone. It's hard to say with the back line of rotation that just happened there.
We're going to see another foul call there. So Mount Maunganui now in the bonus. Delta will take her third trip to the free throw line. And no good on the first, so not a great shooting morning so far for Delta. However, only the first quarter.
So the difference in the scoreline, I mean, Mount Maunganui have had more opportunities to score. They just haven't been able to convert this
100%.
morning.
And I think they've created really nice opportunities for themselves.
Yeah.
There you go. As Shikani Murray. Really nice finish.
Oh.
Yep, just I like the anticipation. She knew where that was going, but we just see that one more time. You see she shifts across as soon as she reads the pass happening, but probably a little bit late.
I think the referees are just having a little bit of a corridor about this. And they've called the foul on Kaiapoi number 12, who was receiving the pass. So this is really interesting, and I think the argument would be is that the ball's in flight.
I think actually they have called it on Shikani.
Oh, they did call it on Shikani. I wasn't sure. They held up a fist and a two.
Yeah, hard to read from our side of the court.
My bad.
That's okay. Forgive you. Anika Short capitalises on that with a made free throw. Makes the pair. Really nice shot. So they extend the lead out with 3. Mount Maunganui will be looking to answer here. Karis Broughton now also in the game.
And please don't leave Bailey open.
Kuru, 52 from Bailey.
Yeah, she can knock those shots down, so and especially if she finds her rhythm. Oh, defensive pressure. Yeah.
Kaiapoi managed to break it, but now they're just jumbled.
Yeah, great job there. And having Olivia at the front and the twins on either side of her, that's tough because,
where can you go, you know? Ali and Newton checking back in the game. Probably not 100%, but I don't think they have much other options. And she'll do a really good job to relieve that pressure from Mount. Nice little gets action there. Shamar will just turn and go. Kaiapoi now with an opportunity for trans basketball. Oh.
Yeah, just that level of pressure has escalated and just freaking out a little bit and, throwing it out of bounds twice in a row now.
Yeah, that pressure is definitely making an effect on Kaiapoi's decision making.
So because of that, they've caught up, and I'm wondering if the coach is going to call a timeout just to
calm things down a little bit.
Exactly.
Regain composure. Bailey, little in and out.
Another left-handed player. So is Olivia Lassie.
Wow, that's nice. Yeah. And shout out to Bailey for actually creating that. The penetration and the kick created some space for Olivia Lassie to just go downhill, especially on her left hand.
You see Jada Ormsby's also checked in, under 17 rep player for Tauranga City.
So there is little Ellie Shaw, sister of Delta and Anika Shaw, the youngest, only year 9. Olivia Lassie on her left hand.
And you'll see a 3-point attempt here.
Usually quite a good shooter, I believe. Shamar?
Yes.
So Mount Maunganui have now taken the lead with that last Olivia Lassie layup. We'll have probably 2 more possessions in this quarter. Handoff into a on-ball, really nice pick there. And Olivia Lassie gets the M1 to go. Love to see a replay of that.
Here we go.
So, yeah, really nice pistol action there. Well done. Nice finish too.
It was a nice finish, and she had 2 receivers on the perimeter. She got stuck there, so... You know, good spacing from the MMC group.
Who take a 5-point lead now and applying this half-court pressure, but Kaiapoi do a good job to break that. And a nice pass, but blocked away, and they'll have 5 seconds. Oh, I didn't actually see what happened. I just looked away.
So it got blocked by Jada Ormsby and just passed it to Bailey, and she was unable to gather it in, and it went out of bounds. So it went back to Kaiapoi, but the clock's going to expire soon.
Olivia Lassie heaves it. Oh, actually a pretty good effort, actually. And at the end of the first quarter, Mount Maunganui have a 5-point lead at 20-15 over Kaiapoi. So probably a lot closer than both teams expected coming out this morning. Yeah,
I think that defensive pressure, obviously it became an 8-point turnaround or 8-0 run.
Yeah.
That's really helped with scoring. And just disrupted Kaiapoi a lot in the last couple of minutes of that quarter, so very timely.
And I think Alia Newton going out as the Mount Maunganui pressure escalated was very difficult for Kaiapoi to deal with. She is their main point guard and probably the best one at handling the pressure from that Kaiapoi group. So that would have been difficult for Kaiapoi, but they've done a good job. 15 points in a quarter against a good defensive team.
No, for sure. And I think... Coach will be talking to his Kaiapoi group about how they can alleviate that pressure coming through the middle. And just the spacing of where they need to be. So once the ball comes over the halfway line, that's when they absolutely hammer in with the defense. And I'm just wondering if they just delay at the half and get to spacing before they advance it over. But we'll see how we go.
And obviously wanting to avoid the positions in which they will trap. You don't want to dribble into a sideline where you've got 2 aggressive guards waiting to trap you, because like you said, that was a pretty nasty front line they had with Anna or Liv at the top and the 2 twins. And I think he's staying with that 5 that's coming back out, and they do sometimes extend that to full court pressure as well, to a full court trap. I'm wondering if he's going to bust that out this quarter now that they're nice and warm. Unleash it. Also, notably, both teams in the bonus that quarter, or Kaiapoi just about to be. So, very physical early in the morning, but obviously wanting to be a little bit more disciplined. There were a few fouls that they just reached in, wanting to stay vertical, this Mount Maunganui group. They are a physical team, very aggressive. So, I just see that getting more intense throughout the rest of the game. So I just think they've just spent the first quarter just warming into it. It is freezing in here as well. It is. Yeah. It is not nice. I don't know what's happening with this weather down here in the Manawatu. I just lucky I brought my puffer jackets and a lot of jackets down. And there's a leak, 2 leaks in the stadium yesterday. We had a game starting at 9:15 last night. They had to shut one court down, and poor St Kitts
and St Thomas.
I know, playing at 9:15, finishing at probably quarter to 11.
Quarter to 11, easy. And then they've got a 10:45 game this morning.
It's
right?
crazy.
Yeah, but you got to do what you got to do.
I mean, yeah, and Basketball New Zealand did a good job to be adaptable to that.
They did. And so did the volunteers that are on the school bench. Had to stay an extra couple of hours last night.
We love you guys.
Just a massive, massive shout out to our volunteers.
100%. Kaiapoi High School struggling with that pressure, and Maunganui will go downhill.
Oh, nice. Kind of over around pass to Jada Ormsby. Great drive and finish.
Really nice offense there, and they come back out in that half-court pressure and just all over it, and then they will return to a 3-2 here. Anika Shaw found some space in the corner.
Great rebound from Ormsby. We advance it up the floor. It's just too easy.
Yeah.
And Karis Broughton finishing on the opposite side.
So as soon as there was a turnover, we had Olivia Lassie and Karis Broughton just running.
Yeah.
And they did a really good job to find her.
Great steal from Jada. Oh, unable to gather it in, but good disruption.
And, handled well, actually, here by the Kaiapoi team. Jada Ormsby again with a massive block. And Mount Maunganui will look to capitalise on this, and they do. So, a really hot start from Mount Maunganui this quarter.
It is.
And an early...
I was going to say, 6-0 run. Will we see a timeout? And yes, we do.
Early timeout from Kaiapoi High School. What kind of adjustments would you make, Mel, to handle the pressure?
So there's a bit of rushing going on offense, and they're telegraphing where their passes are going. So footwork's imperative, spacing on the perimeter, and also the old fake and make.
Fake and make. Come on.
And just moving into space, and it's not running away into space, it's moving back into space, so making the passes shorter for the person with the ball.
Definitely. And saying that, obviously, Mount Maunganui doing a really good job at applying that pressure.
They are.
And really smart about it as well, able to anticipate where the ball is going and picking off passes left, right and centre. And I think the best thing about that is all 5 players on the same wavelength.
They are, and I think it's the backline of defence that are reaping the rewards.
Yeah.
They're there to, meet the dump-off passes or the drives, so really nice. So I think, Kaiapoi too, on the inside touch, they have to have people in receiver spots in order to, alleviate the pressure as a release.
And, no need to rush, like you said. 8 seconds to get it over halfway. See, they will not let up Mount Maunganui, and that's a deadly front line. Olivia Lassie and the Broughton twins.
Yes.
Leah Newton dribbling.
Oh, yeah, that's tough to stop in that spot.
But does a good job and, finds a nice pass. She'll go back to her left hand and a nice kick out. But a foul called there on Jada Ormsby.
Yeah, just FYI, if you can teach your players not to stop in the trapping zones, especially just over half, because those sideline and halfway line are added defence.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Mount Maunganui happy with them to do that though. Olivia Lassie penetrates and is destroyed, for lack of better words, under the hoop.
Well, she had 3 defenders collapse on her. Really should have looked to kick that pass out.
Nevertheless, comes up with a foul and will go to the line for a pair of Kuruto Takus. I think Olivia Lassie yet to have a sub early in this game, as well as Shamar Broughton.
No, with it being so close, she's super fit. Paul will keep her out there.
And I believe she has not played some huge minutes yet because they haven't really had much of a matchup.
Exactly.
Had some easy wins. Shamar penetrating downhill. Looked like she was going to the rack and gets a foul call. So Kaiapoi just becoming a little bit fatigued now, reaching as they drive.
The ref makes a good call as she went to kick out, so didn't reward her with 2 free throws there. So we've got...
Nice up screen. and get Shamar Broughton wide open for the Kuru Whiwhi Toru.
Very nice.
Yep.
Great finish.
Those twins will hit if they are open.
Oh, they're going to be exciting for the future, that's for sure.
Totally agree. Well handled by Kaiapoi here.
Oh, hands are in. He's called hands in. I think it's on Bailey.
So, you know, that's frustrating, especially as a coach when you're just trying to be aggressive, but you have to adjust to the referees. You may get away with it at home, but you come to a national tournament, they're not going to allow, you know, reaching in like that. So definitely not something that you need to give up.
So I think she went to ball grab there and, just must have, haha. I've seen that twice this week.
What,
hitting off the butt of the
back? Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, I saw it yesterday.
And it worked for them, 2 extra points. Closing the gap now to 13, just under 8 minutes in this quarter to go. Bit of stagnation and an up screen from Olivia Lassie, then a down screen in the corner. Kaiapoi looking to capitalise on this opportunity. Nice little, pretty easily picked off though by Olivia Lassie. Karis Broughton will go in trans and a nice finish. So Mount Maunganui looking a little more class this quarter, kind of finding their rhythm a bit more.
And it all stems from that defensive pressure, so great job.
And then there it is again. Kaiapoi just struggling with this. And I think a huge part of this is this kind of full court pressure is actually not that normal in the South Island. I think we'd need to do a better job to play defence like this. So our South Island teams often struggle when we come against it, against North Island teams. Yeah,
it's good. It's good practice, especially if you're looking to play internationally.
100%.
You know, that's all you see is up and in full court pressure. Not necessarily in college. There's a lot of zone in college. But, you know, if you do make a national team and you're going to Oceania, Asia or Worlds, this is the type of defence you see, up and in pressure.
And another foul call there. I think Mount Maunganui were hoping for an offensive foul, but called for the hands foul. So again, Mount Maunganui wanting to be a lot more disciplined with their hands as the referees are rewarding Kaiapoi with it. And a nice finish there from Aaliyah Newton. Karis Broughton will run the point guard. Year 10 or year 9, Mel?
Year 9.
Year 9. Wow. Corner, Kuru Whiwhi Toru for Bailey. Can't get it to go. Well contested there. Shamar staying in her cylinder and not reaching in. So they will be in their 3-2 here. Aaliyah picking it apart a little bit, but can't get that finish to go. All air on that one. Oh my, that's a dime.
That was amazing.
Wow.
If we had our top 5 plays of the day for the girls' grade, that would be it.
That would be number
one of them, yeah, for sure.
That was a,
look at that.
And picked off just very easily. Shamar Broughton, no struggles with that one.
This Broughton duo is exciting.
It is.
And great leadership too from Liv Lassie. Like, she's one of the 12 Tauahi players that are here this week at this Nationals event, and you know, all of the Tauahi players that are here are just, you can tell.
Yep, you can tell. Yep. We'll see that once again. That big full court heave from Bailey perfectly lands in the hands of Karis Broughton. And with that, she will earn a rest, as well as Olivia Lassie for the first time this ball game. So I'd like to see how they go without their leader here. I'm sure they will do just fine.
I'm sure they'll do fine.
And that pressure, Karis Broughton just blows it up. They still remain with possession, Kaiapoi.
Yeah, and just riding there alongside with her hips and
yeah, Aaliyah Newton doing a really good job at penetrating. Obviously the main source of offense for her Kaiapoi team, so she's doing a good job handling the pressure and getting downhill, trying to create things for herself and her teammates. I respect Karis there though. being relentless, like you said, being fearless, applying a lot of pressure on a year 13. It's pretty impressive. Good on the second kudu tautaku.
You know, as year 9 players, I don't think they care who's year 13,
No.
12, 11 or whatever. They're just another player.
No, they don't care who you are.
No,
eh?
they don't care who you are.
I like it. I like it.
They're going out to play their best as they can.
Good.
And, yeah.
Great attitude.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, gets her own rebound, does Mahinarangi.
So again, offensive rebounds a huge thing for this Mount Maunganui side.
Nice disruption there from Shikani Murray, and unable to finish again. But who brings the rebound down?
Oh, and mishandled a little bit there, but Mount Maunganui will stay with possession. They have 9 seconds on the shot clock now. Yeah, so O-boards, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I want to say they're at least above 10. Oh, nice find. Mahinarangi not having much luck under the hoop there. The back iron, her best friend at the moment.
Yeah, she would usually make those. She needs to adjust her finishing because of those double rims.
Double rims. And see this full court pressure again. Shikani Mari being a bit of a pest up the front there, but well handled.
Oh, and we've got a great directional play call and very clever work from Shamar to get both hands on the ball cleanly.
Shikani Mari will run the point guard here, handling that pressure like it's nothing.
Got a bit of push action, dribble entry.
Nicely
and
done.
High on ball screen.
I think there was a screen, but no defender there.
No, there wasn't.
And this is a good trans opportunity for Aaliyah Newton, and she will finish that 9 times out of 10. Lead still at 16 for Mount Maunganui. 4 minutes of basketball to play. Karis Broughton.
Nice.
Kudu, Fifi, Toru. All day, baby. Travel call there. We don't actually have a number 11 on our score sheets.
Nice.
Shot, guys. Thanks, Geordie. Very nice stroke there for Karis Broughton. Those Broughton twins can be lights out shooters. Shikani Murray crosses. Oh, that is a dime. Looking to go 2 in a row, but can't convert. Just steps on the out of bounds line. Yeah, Kaiapoi just really struggling with this elevated pressure from Mount Maunganui.
I'm going to take a guess and say that number 11 is actually number 13. I'm going to call her Eva Parry.
We'll call you Eva Parry for now.
because I don't see a number 13.
Geordie, if you're watching, the confirmation would be great.
Number 11.
Number 11, Kaiapoi High School. Cheers, Geordie. Probably just sitting up in his office doing nothing.
Oh, he's working hard.
Totally.
But yeah, I'm guessing her name is Eva Parry.
Good on the kudu tautaku there for Shikani Murray. Extends the lead out now to 17. Nice pair of free throws there.
That was.
Shikani. And in there, half court pressure again. Delta Shore getting herself into a bit of trouble.
Right in that space where you don't want to go.
Nah. And probably a little bit too much dribble as well. Could have given it up a bit earlier.
Oh, she's going there. Oh, hello, I'm here. Don't come here.
Get out of my...
She can't get out. Bump. Bump, bump, bump.
Bump, bump, bump. Mel, beautiful singer. I think that might be... Yeah, that's 3 fouls for Shikani Murray. So she will see the bench for a while now, I believe.
And so we've got Anna Hardy coming in, probably to take the point of that half-court trap.
The greatest thing about Mount Maunganui is that if someone gets in foul trouble, they've got a plethora of really great girls on the bench that can go in.
Exactly.
2 made free throws there for Kaiapoi. Mariana will run the point. Cuts away. And Shamar has all the space to work with. Can't convert.
Unlucky. to finish. Did a great job getting to the rim.
Face palms herself after that miss.
Yeah.
So obviously not something that she does often. And I've been really liking the baseline out of bound plays from Mount Maunganui here. They'll have 13 seconds to work with.
Oh, we've got a stack entry. Unfortunately, Anna and Karis went
Went
the same way. I think they were supposed to split and go opposite direction, but that's okay. They still have the ball in hand. Anna Hardy with a 3-point launch, or a pass, or another pass. And
they have to throw something up.
Shot clock's gone.
Yeah, so just a lack of recognition there. Shot clock didn't reset on either of those attempts.
Well done, Kaiapoi. Good defensive position there.
And to no surprise, we see their half-court trap. Delta Shore wanting to avoid that place makes me a little bit nervous. Well handled there, though. A better job for Kaiapoi avoiding those dead zones. Oh, tough shot. Good finish. I don't know how she did that.
No.
But you take what you can get when you're struggling to score.
Exactly, you do.
2.5 minutes left to go until half-time. Mount Maunganui with a not bad lead here.
Oh, nice.
Kaiapoi.
Nice rebound and finish from Mariana Munga. Again, see the half-court trap. Oh.
And somewhat broken by Kaiapoi and Aaliyah.
I think it was a bit of a across the face.
Yeah.
Shot.
Mel just nicely demonstrating on me. And that actually gets them within 11.
Wow. I'm wondering if he's going to put on Olivia Lassie. Did you see that? Did you see that?
Chop, chop. Aaliyah Newton with a chance to get them within 10.
Yeah, these fouls are hurting Mount Maunganui.
Yeah, this is the second quarter, and both times I've been in 6 fouls.
And it gives Kaiapoi a break.
Yeah.
A chance to have a breather. It disrupts MMC's flow.
Yeah, absolutely. And just a little bit of issues with the score bench, I believe. They're just checking fouls and scores, maybe. So this will be a good opportunity for both teams to come together and have a corridor. I like that Paul Berridge is trusting a younger group here today.
They're having a little player timeout.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. You know, we should introduce that rule.
I know.
Andrew and Double D were talking about, you know, rules that introduce if they were the FIBA CEO. I think you mentioned a player timeout, did you, Mel?
Yeah, and I also heard, was it Double D mentioning a power play?
Yeah, he was yarning on about that yesterday.
Like fast 5?
Yeah, or like I think he said you nominate one player and they have like a few minutes where every one of their points is double points.
Just double team that person.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, well, do you tell the other team? He's like, oh, that's the nuance, you know, like double team that person. But then, you know, maybe if you've got really good teammates, you know, they draw attention and then kick. And it's an interesting theory that we can think about. I like the idea of a player timeout or a coach's challenge. Yeah, they do so in the NBA. Yeah,
coach's challenge would be good, but the issue with that is lack of technology.
Yes, we don't have it like that, do we? If we did, though, I'd love to have a coach's challenge.
Yeah.
Still sorting things out here on the score bench. Hopefully we will sort this out soon enough.
So we've got some semi-finals coming up this afternoon.
We do, don't we?
Girls Single A. Those will be interesting to watch at 2:15 at 4. And 4, sorry. So if you're available to tune in at that time, that's what time the Single A semis are. And shout out to those teams that have advanced to top 4 spots.
We have, is it Aquinas, Te Kurukotu,
yep,
Opunaki.
Yes.
And I actually am unsure of the last one.
I'm unsure of the 4th one, but I think Aquinas are playing either Te Kura or Te Kotu. Yeah, I'm trying to think of who else is the other kura. And then we've got Opunaki are playing... We'll confirm that.
Yeah.
Oh, Ngā Taiatea. Oh, yes. So 2:15, Opunaki Ngā Taiatea from Waikato. Right, and 4 o'clock is Aquinas versus Te Kura Kaupapa Māori or Te Kaite from Te Arawa.
Two great games that we have on our hands, that's for sure. So definitely come back to tune in for those.
Oh, I'm excited.
And we've just confirmed they are both on this Court 5 live stream. So
thanks to our encyclopedia of information who's funneling through those messages to us.
It's an easy life for us. And we see now Olivia Lassie has also checked back in, so probably just a bit of safety for this Mount Maunganui side as Kaiapoi creeps up a little bit.
And you get the Broughton twins are taking a well-deserved break.
Yeah, I think that might be Shamar's first break of the game. So almost 2 quarters worth of minutes. And I think the issue has been sorted. Shout out to our managers, Hayley and Sharon, for doing overtime.
Yeah.
Still having a corridor over there, but we are lined up for the free throw. So hopefully we'll be underway very shortly.
Just a shout out to all the managers.
Yes, amen.
I've seen some teams with 2 to 3 managers.
Yeah, you've loved it, haven't you?
Oh, absolutely. I'm going around looking at their tables of well-folded warm-up shirts and the medical kits of doom.
Oh, love it.
Yeah.
Managers can really change a whole team, eh? Take so much pressure off the coach.
They do.
Right, Aaliyah Newton, now the free throw line, and it completes her 3-point play. Oh, okay, so the score actually is 43.
So that's what that corridor must have been about, was a discrepancy in the score where Mount challenged that they had an extra 2 points.
And they've been successful with it, so still a 13-point lead for Mount Maunganui. And another offensive tūrapa.
Oh, nice finish by Mahinarangi. So shoots the 3, unable to convert, gets the ball back, gets down the lane.
And this pressure here, well broken by Kaiapoi. Nice little spin move there, although can't get the finish to go. But that was a really nice move. I like that.
Yeah, I'm hearing foul from the stands, but I think it was a bit
I think that's
ball.
I think it's a good no call there by ref Nick Choi. Got to deal with some physicality here at the Nationals. Screen kind of creates not a lot, and they only have 5 seconds here to work with, to no surprise. Aaliyah Newton will spin.
Oh, and Anna Hardy gets called on that, and it's just a body check on the way through. Bumped off the line a little bit when she tried to finish.
Yeah, caught a little bit off guard by the spin of Aaliyah Newton, so got herself a little bit out of position. Anna Hardy now with 3 fouls as well. So we will see.
Terina Timitimu is going to check in. And we haven't seen her yet this game, so it's nice to see her get a little bit of a run before halftime.
Second Kurutaku on its way for Aaliyah Newton off the back tupper. Olivia Lassie will take control, deliver a very nice pass in transition. Oh, boards. Another O-board.
Yeah.
I feel like they're
just dominating the rebounding this game. I'd love to see stats if we had any. But yeah.
Yeah, so can't create off that one. Olivia Lassie doesn't even
know where the ball was. That's so funny.
She's laughing at herself too. Another offensive two-upper, man. They are eating it up.
They are.
On the offensive boards. I want to say they may be near 20 mil in the first half. Giving themselves
easy.
And for a good scoring team, that's something you want to minimalise, right? Giving themselves second and third chance opportunities to score, and 9 times out of 10 coming up with a foul as he runs out of rotation. Good on the first Kuru Tautaku there, extending the lead out to 16 now for Mount just before the half.
So Anna Hardy here, so younger sister of George Hardy, who's here this year with Dilworth.
Nice.
Yeah.
Get the offensive tūrapa once again. Mahinarangi not having a lot of luck today.
No, but she gets the ball here. She's not finishing, but she's doing other things that are contributing towards her team.
Nice ball movement. Anna Hardy with a kuru whiwhitoru. No good.
Ma again.
Goodness me.
And Mariana able to finish. Only 16 seconds left here in this half.
One last position here for Kaiapoi. Lee Newton dribbles their way through the trap. They've got 7 seconds to cook something up here. Yeah, that's a tough shot. Mariana all over that one. Will heave it to end the quarter and no good. So Mount Maunganui with a comfortable 18-point lead here at halftime. Good first half, Mel?
It was a good first half, and I think, it was a slow first quarter, but towards the end, the extended pressure from Mount Maunganui College just saw them break away a little bit, and now they're at an 18-point lead, so Kaiapoi have got to throw everything out there for the second half if they want to contest and compete in this match.
100%. Well, I'm excited to see the second half of basketball. Take a little break and we'll be right back.
Kaiapoi.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this isn't about what we wore back in the day.
We're going to go now. Going once, going twice, no more offers. Sold!
It's about being trusted to get a better result for our clients since 1973.
Sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through really tough times.
From us, it's a huge thank you to New Zealand Carbon Farming. The opportunities and the sponsorship that's been provided is pretty crucial for our school.
We're buying new volleyball gear, so volleyball nets, balls and the stands to attach the volleyball nets to the floor. Volleyball is a very popular sport. Kids find it to be fun.
We'd just like to thank you from Tauranga High School. Sue.
He looks different than he did in high school. Oh, kia ora everyone and welcome back to the second half of the first game of the day here on day 3 at Buff New Zealand Secondary School Nationals. Mount Maunganui have a nice 18-point lead over Kaiapoi High. Happy with the first half, Mel?
Yeah, reasonably happy. I just think it's such an early game, and they're at game 5 of the tournament with, and we're only halfway through the event, so to speak. Or not even that.
Yeah, still got Thursday, Friday,
Saturday to go. Yeah. So I think they're doing really well. Mount playing with lots of energy. Yeah. I think Coach Paul is utilising his players a lot, really well, and he's made adjustments to help them get this lead. And Kaiapoi started with a bang, but just struggled with the defensive disruption that Mount have caused, and if they can find a way to look after the ball a bit better and finish at the rim, because Mount physical haven't adjusted really on that physicality.
Yeah.
So if they continue to do that, then Kaiapoi could get to the line a lot more and shoot some free throws to try and bridge the gap.
I think that actually was probably the main source of their successful offense in that second quarter, was just getting to the line and capitalising on the fouls that Mount Maunganui were giving away. But obviously you don't want to stray too much away from the physical game they play, because that is a big part of their identity. And it's really good for South Island teams to have witnessed that. Like I said, the South Island, we don't come across a lot of physical and full court pressure like that. So it's a great opportunity for these girls to handle that.
And Terina Timutimu gets a start here in the second half. Massive shout out to her nanny, Whainareta, and to the Dixon whānau in Matapihi, where she hails from. She's a transfer from Aquinas College, and makes sense because she lives very close to Mount College, so nice to see her out on the floor.
Kaiapoi. Nice opening play there for Kaiapoi, sister to sister, and a really nice finish for Kaiapoi. A good start to the quarter for them. Nice little push action into a high on ball. Mariana with no options left. Olivia Lassie will just go downhill on her left hand. And Obord being the story of the day for Mount Maunganui. Kuru Whiwhitoru from the corner, Olivia Lassie. And they will not let up with their half-court pressure. Handled well by Kaiapoi. Just as I say that, they turn the ball over.
They did, and so I think they've got like 4 left-handed players in Mount College.
Wow.
Olivia Lassie, Terina Timutimu, Mariana Munga.
Is Bailey?
And Bailey.
Bailey,
yeah.
quite unusual actually.
It is.
So the Kaiapoi team handling that pressure well. It'll just be about the second phase of the offense, whether or not they can cook something up here. Anika Shaw finds a gap. Isabel Clark just creeping in for the mid-range there. Probably a good opportunity to stay out on the three-point line to receive that pass. Anika Shaw doing a good job staying in front. Jada Ormsby handling the pressure well, nevertheless. Olivia Lassie crosses and goes back to her left hand, finds a nice easy gap there and extends the lead to 19. Well done. Can't get the layup to go, but that's a really nice look. Delta Shaw with any inch of space will pull.
Oh, nice shot. Gives us a look on her way back. Nice.
Yeah, we saw that, don't worry.
We see you.
We gave you credit, Delta. Olivia Lassie handling that pressure well from Anika Shaw. Mahina Rangi will go to work and have some success.
Yeah, nice, because she struggled to finish.
Yeah.
So that's a nice one.
And just that rash decision making, Mount Maunganui forcing a turnover once again. We'll see Mahina Rangi go to work.
I got the hey mail from Liv. She's so cute.
She seems like a lovely lass. See what I did there?
I know. Lass ooh.
Nice dish there. Mahina Rangi again not having much luck. It's a nice look though. Delta Shaw telling her teammates where to go, being a court general. Hand off with her sister Anika Shaw. Ooh. That looked sore. Takes it like a champ, but a lot of contact with that one. We're going to see substitutions coming in here. Krista Bennett will take out Mariana Munga. 14 seconds for Kaiapoi to work with here. Struggling to find any inch of space. Oh, as I say that, Isabel Clark. Nice little right-hand layup. So they're sticking in it a little bit. I think there's been the potential for Mount Maunganui to start running away with a 30-point lead, but Kaiapoi not letting that happen.
Just got a coach's challenge for the bench on the score there. Querying the earlier shot from Olivia Lassie, whether it was a 3 or not. Krista Bennett, unable to find the rim there. Takes a drive and scores.
And shout out to Mahinarangi for being active on the offensive two-uppers there once again. They are creeping up. So Kaiapoi wanting to do a better job of being physical, especially with the girls who have, especially like Mahinarangi, who has probably got about 8 herself already, wanting to recognise who's going to work early. And like you said, Mal, a little bit of an issue at the scorers table.
Yeah, I think it should be 58. But what do I know? I'm not over there.
No, we're just...
I think they put on a 2 instead of a 3 from that corner 3 with Olivia Lassie.
Right. Looking like there's some good comms happening over there. We've got our lovely managers again communicating. And another opportunity to shout out our BBNZ volunteers in the purple shirts. They have been putting in some serious mahi these last few days.
They have, and I wanted to toe-talk with them yesterday and I wore all purple.
Nicely done. Mel is a fashionista, to say the least. I always see the fit checks before the 5 games in the Tohi League.
Thanks to my sponsors for that.
Always coming out fresh.
Augustine.
I like the hot pink.
Yeah.
Powerful woman in a powerful pink. Mount Maunganui doing some dancing on the court here, to no surprise.
Yeah, there goes Liv. I don't know, what is that, the moonwalk, or I'm not sure.
It'd be nice if we could actually get the camera. Yeah, oh, we see.
They're just having fun.
That's what basketball's about, right? I'm sure they would be super embarrassed if they knew that on the live stream right now.
Keeping warm and having some fun, and Paul's looking over and like, what the heck?
Is this my team, really? But we are underway now. All the issues have been sorted. So
back over half. Rookie error. Unfortunate.
Aaliyah Newton apologises to her teammate, has a giggle, take it on the chin and move on. Offensive position here for Mount Maunganui. Nice again with that push action coming up through the middle, but Mahinarangi left wide open. Again, not much luck, but another offensive two-upper. Another Overwood. Wow. Oh my goodness. I feel like a broken record.
She's in there.
Oh, well done. I like that read, but Kaiapoi do a good job to disrupt that and get tips on it. I think I was talking to Double D about this yesterday. The overall rebounding quality in New Zealand is pretty poor. I think offensive rebounding is a huge issue for plenty of New Zealand teams.
No, it is. It's got a lot of ball watchers out there.
Yeah.
Scared to make contact.
As we see the last play here, a great pass from Aaliyah Newton and Olivia Lassie just coming across a bit too late, getting her hands in it. That is 3 fouls now for Olivia Lassie. Looks like Paul is going to trust her not to do that again.
Hey, just talking about the O-boards though, right? Like it takes zero talent to run in and contest a rebound. So that's a hustle thing.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's an underutilised piece of the game. So what's your rule on O-boards? Do you send 5 in?
Pardon me?
Do you send 5 in?
I don't know if I send 5 in. Just because, you know, transition defence. Yeah. I think I say about 3, you know, 2 at the top to protect, going back in safety. So I had a young team this year, so didn't have all the principles with jamming and all sorts.
What about tagging?
Yeah, I like tagging.
Yeah.
I think it's a good way to slow down trans D, stop leak outs.
Exactly.
Good on that first kuri tautaku there for Aaliyah Newton, and makes the second one as well. 20-point lead here for Mount Maunganui, just over 5 minutes in this quarter. Oh, score's actually going to be 40-59, sorry. Find some space down below, but cannot convert. Kaiapoi have an opportunity to go in trans. Don't capitalise. Defended well by Bailey there.
Good stop there by Terina Timitimu.
Aaliyah Newton, not much other options. Will pull it and shoot.
Oh. She's had some really, really good looks inside, but just unable to finish.
Totally.
If she had finished, some of her shots should be at a wicked double-double right now.
100%. Then Mount Maunganui probably would have 30-point lead as well. Delta Shore just being pushed out of bounds there with some nice pressure from Mount Maunganui, and they will come up with possession. An opportunity here to extend their lead out to 21. Little Ali Short will check in to the ball game here for Kaiapoi.
I want to give a massive shout out to Shannon, who's been doing physio services all week as well, and she's the physio for the junior tall ferns. So she's working here all week in clinic at 6 every morning before she comes here at 8 o'clock.
Oh my goodness.
Then she's got to fly out with the junior tall ferns on Saturday.
Wow.
So just a massive shout out to her. She's a legend.
And I'm sure she will have many, many, many kids coming to see her all the time. Yeah, this tournament would not be where they are without their staff putting in some big days. And another shout out to our BBNZ staff. I know we ripped you out before, but Geordie, Jay, Catherine up there in the booth doing some serious work and some big days. Nice finish there for Krista Bennett. Extends their lead out now to 21. And still remaining in that half-court pressure. Although...
that was a great pass, just unable to reel that in.
And timeout, a wahike here called for Kaiapoi. Probably just wanted to have a little bit more of a chat about handling that pressure and maybe some more offensive structure.
Yes.
And
maybe about boxing out.
Yeah. That's, huge issue. I want to say that Mount Maunganui are near 30 offensive rebounds, and we haven't even reached the fourth quarter yet.
No.
Especially, like I said before, they're a really good scoring team, so you want to minimalise their opportunities for positions where they can score.
Exactly, and that, boxing out's another thing about basketball that doesn't require much talent.
Yeah, I always say to my girls that there's no skill involved. It's all effort. Just your willingness.
Get your body on the line.
And it's not even... height work helps, but, I've seen Sophie Rogers, and especially a big fan of her box outs. She gets in there early, establishes the contact, and pushes them the heck out. Like, doesn't matter how little she is, she works early, and, she does a really good job at that. And I think, again, that's just testament to it's not a skill, it's just about your effort and your willingness to be physical. Yeah,
she does a great job of boxing out, and I think the best tagger I've seen at this tournament is probably Palas Hokianga.
Yeah.
Every time a shot goes up, she's running underneath, which means you can't get out and trans on that particular player. So that's a great skill to have as well. And you'll see that coming through. That's a focus of Tall Ferns now is tagging up. So we're trying to filter that down through the junior programs too.
Well, it's a really good habit to get, and especially, your player gets the rebound, you're right there, able to contest and slow the trans opportunity.
Yes.
Nice finish there.
Oh, excellent.
Krista Bennett.
Oh, that halfway line, I'm just like, Every time they stop on the corner, I'm like, no. Watch out.
Nice pass, Krista Bennett. Mahinanangi receives the pass, but hands all over it. Oh, down to the floor, Ali Shaw, but no foul called. The refs allowing the physicality.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh.
But unfortunately,
I like that she's looking for that. Probably could have kept going to the rim, to be honest.
Yeah, she could have. I think she was in such a momentum, she probably should have just maybe come up with a jump stop.
Nice take inside. Can't get the finish to go, unfortunately, but creates a nice look for herself. O-board. O-board number 2. Yeah, so these O-boards really are becoming a problem for Kaiapoi, and especially once they get out of position, giving up fouls.
Let's see this replay. Timmy with the left-hand attempt. Yeah, and like you said, those O-boards. Huh.
It's a killer.
Let's see if these guys split the stack entry this time.
Or they both go the same way.
Yeah, go the same way. Oh, yeah, good.
Well, yeah, Bailey gave her a little tap on the side there, tell her which way she was going. Well handled there. They have an opportunity to go in trans. Nice work from, we guess, Eva Parry. Draws the foul and a nice finish.
We're going to call you Eva. Yeah, foul by Terina Timmy there. You watch the aggressive foul. Oh.
Ouch.
Yeah, lands her on the ground.
Good finish through contact, though. And has the opportunity to creep that deficit back to 20.
21. 21's a deficit. She could have made it 20.
She could have made it 20. Could have made it 20. Yeah. Aaliyah Newton draws the foul again. Go to the line for a pair of Kuru Totukus. No good.
So just on Mount College, finished 3rd in Zone 2 at qualifiers, and closely contested matches with the top 2 teams as well.
Cool.
Like, there was nothing in it. And they won the local Tauranga City Basketball Association Secondary School League, beating Tauranga Girls maybe by a point, or 2 points in the end.
Definitely, yeah, close competition up there in Tauranga, if I'm not mistaken.
Close competition, yeah, with Aquinas coming in 3rd at the TCBA comp, but, you know, Mount unlucky to be in the final. Hamilton Girls obviously here finished 2nd.
Yeah.
Only lost by 3 in the final to Tauranga Girls, I think it was. Maybe it could have been a little bit more. But also vying for top spots, top 8 spots here at the tournament.
Yeah.
But interesting to see how they'll go against Stack, against St Andrews College this afternoon. You know, so they're both, there's going to be top of table.
It's going to be a really good game. I think the only advantage that I'd say St Andrews will have is that they have a significant height advantage, especially with Lauren Whitaker.
Yes.
However, yeah, really probably a little more guard heavy for this Mount Maunganui side, so it's going to be very interesting to see how they go. Kaiapoi applying a little more pressure.
I'd like to see, because how the pressure that Mount apply and how Stack will combat that. I'm sure they'll be fine. But, you know, all the pressure will be on St Andrews. You know, they're the powerhouse team of the South Island.
Yeah, they are.
In the championship final last year with Westlake Girls.
Yeah.
So they're expected to do very, very well.
Yeah, and are currently unbeaten this year.
Yeah.
Haven't really lost many games in the last 4-5 years.
No, yeah, like they're running really well. And then Westlake Girls, another team to watch out for here. So they're unbeaten at the moment, and they're led by Rebecca Moores and Amy Pateman. They've got Cody back in the mix. Emma K. Schroeder's having a great tournament, so is Lily Fortu. So it's good to see that side being well coached by Bronwyn Davidson. So there's a powerhouse of coaches here.
Yeah, there is.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And you've also got some of the franchises, NBL franchise coaches here, head coaches looking on, looking at the talent come through, and also some overseas scouts here, which is great to see. Good exposure for our young bloods here, wanting to pursue a career in basketball.
Yeah, like as you can tell, New Zealand coaches, New Zealand players, overseas scouts, like this is the tournament to be at. And this is where the best basketball in the country happens for high school kids. We're pretty lucky to be here, Mel.
We are. Living the dream.
We are living the dream. Seriously, just you know, talking some smack on the mic, and then between that we just watch some more basketball.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Get fed dinner. And
so when we're not on the mic, we're going court to court, watching all of the action and catching up with people just that had the same interest, and that is basketball.
That is basketball to a T. Bailey there with another kuruwhiwhi from the corner, and Kaiapoi turn the ball over once again. So Mount Maunganui really putting their foot down on the gas. Almost lead at 30 now. So Kaiapoi applying a bit of pressure of their own in a 1-2-1-1. But Mount Maunganui handled that one with class. Little in and out there from Bailey. She will attack. Oh, boards.
Oh, boarded. A nice finish by Mariana Munga there.
So Kaiapoi learning to handle this pressure a little bit more now, doing a better job. And Bailey just rotating a little bit too much into Anika Shaw there. And I believe that'll be the bonus. So Anika Shaw will go to the line for 2. Third quarter in a row now where Mount Maunganui have been in the bonus. Foul discipline going to be a huge thing for these guys going forward, especially.
Going forward especially, because, they really need to work on that. And it's been a trend throughout the year. We've seen multiple games up home where they've got into foul trouble. But hopefully they can work on that. At the back end of the tournament, especially the business end, because that's
agree.
That's where it's going to hurt them if they cannot do that.
Well, in a game like this, doesn't matter too much, but coming into their seeding game in the pool this afternoon, and then quarters, possibly semis, definitely not something they want to get in trouble with. 6 seconds to work with here. What can Jada Ormsby cook up? Great take, and gets the foul call there.
Great take. And so just with some of I just wanted to talk a little bit about Olivia Lassie and her year so far. So she's obviously with our group and with Phi.
Yeah.
She's one of our development players. She's been to global games in America this year. She's been to the NBA Global Academy. She's been overseas to Japan with Coach Josh Thompson and
Taiwan.
Taiwan, sorry, my bad. With Lincoln, and she's about to travel away with the junior Torferns.
Yep, to Papua New Guinea, is that right?
That's correct, and she's just had a phenomenal season for her last year at high school.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see where she goes next year.
Totally.
She's like the world's her oyster. She can do she can do anything she wants, and she's such a great kid. A young woman, I should say. So just a massive shout out to Liv and her dad and mum and her whānau.
She's raked up a pretty good CV this year,
She has.
Yeah, it's cool to see what the young wahine of this country are doing and the way they're kind of establishing themselves on an international stage as well. Just under a minute here to go in this third quarter. Mount Maunganui with a significant lead over Kaiapoi. Both teams still battling hard. Nice little mid-range. And yet another offensive tūrapa. Delta takes that one like a champ in the chest. We're going to see that one more time. Delta establishes her position early. Yeah, that was a no-brainer.
Oh, yeah. Just unable to stop herself in her tracks. Watch out, I'm coming through.
Delta taking it like a champ as well.
The Bennett bulldozer. Wow.
Oh, lovely. Well done. Oh, these rims. That literally went in the hoop and then just decided, actually, no, I'm not going to do that for you today.
I'm tricking you.
I like that Kaiapoi applying the same kind of pressure, giving Mount Maunganui a taste of their own medicine, and Bailey gets stuck.
What hands in, and that angle is interesting.
Yeah,
I'll just say that.
It's hard to see. It's hard to see.
I can't see from over here.
But again, though,
I just saw someone in a lot of trouble over there.
However, like we say, that you want to be disciplined in that opportunity, right? You had her in a dead zone. All you need to do is just keep your hands up in that position. But it's so easy to say that. Yeah, it's so tempting when you're in that position. The ball's right there. But Bailey makes them pay with a made kuru tautaku, extending the lead out to whatever that is. My math's not good enough. 25?
Yeah,
and
you're right.
Yep, Kaiapoi Maya.
I had to do the math in my head.
Me tried to give myself a little bit of time. Delta will go downhill. Nice little kick out.
Oh, I like the little back flick there with the leg. It reminded me of some of the Asian shooting style for them three.
I love
that.
that.
The old chest
they love it. I love it.
Back flick.
So good. Mount Maunganui, a huge lead over Kaiapoi now, 74-48. They've really put their foot down since half-time. Dominated that quarter without a majority of their starters, actually.
Yeah, they did. It's nice to see Coach Paul running his bench players through to give them some minutes, and I think the main goal for him would now be to keep his starters or his top 7 healthy.
Yeah.
Moving into the next game.
Totally. And yeah, well, like we said, they have a big match up this afternoon, so they're going to need some refreshed and healthy bodies for that one. We see our it's moved away now, but St. Thomas boys are putting some shots up at the quarter time. They will be our next live stream game coming.
Louis
Gordon in the house, coming across Waimea College. So that game, possibly for seed 1 and 2 of that pool, could possibly be that way. And South Island enemies, well, frenemies maybe.
Yeah. Backtrack to the year 2016 January. We went to Korito and Louis was in our under 14
little Louis.
Group. Yeah.
Louis had himself a great year. Obviously, he's had some bad luck with having a concussion recently, so he wasn't able to attend the regional South Island tournament. But back now, he's had a really great year. Head boy of St. Thomas College, he's such a great kid. Really good boy, and he's gonna have a bright future ahead of him, that's for sure. And obviously some high caliber players for this Waimea team. King Ben O'Brien there, our co-commentator, as well as Hayden Jones.
So I was watching Waimea play yesterday against St. John's, and at the time I left, I think it was very much of a muchness. Even Stevens. Yeah. But just going back to Louis Gordon, had a nice chat with him about his prospects for next year.
Yeah.
I wish him well, and whatever pathway he chooses over in the States, whichever school he goes to, but he seems like he's got his pathway on track.
He's a very level-minded and intelligent kid, and a great family behind him as well. So, he's set up well for the future, that's for sure. And obviously a good matchup coming with Hayden Jones of Waimea. You don't need to say much more about that name, do you? It kind of speaks for itself.
Don't need to say that much. Hayden Jones just scored 30 points in the final
against Australia. No big deal, no big deal.
He's phenomenal, and comes from great pedigree. Older sister Maya, over with the Gales at the moment at St. Mary's, and then his mum and dad, just true legends in themselves. And his mum, Kat's coaching Waimea girls, very much in rebuilding development phase, but and Coach Hall of Famer Phil Jones is the coach for Waimea boys. So they managed to get through. The games that they didn't have Hayden here, but Hayden landed in Palmerston North yesterday at 8:40 a.m. And then came straight down here and played. So did James Matthews, by the way, from Nelson.
Quite a few players here. Mana Martin of the St. Thomas team did the same thing.
And Lockie Crate and Troy Plumtree that went into an overtime game last night against Auckland Grammar with Wellington College, and Lockie Crate came back with his coach Darren Larson.
Nice.
For fielding, and had a significant win over Hamilton boys last night, who beat Rosemary by 1 point.
Massive upset.
And we got Double D
and Andrew Horrocks' Uncle Drew.
Ryan Double Dam, technical genius, who's travelling with the junior Tall Ferns leaving on Saturday, and head coach Josh Thompson will be in the house later this afternoon. And
our lead commentator for the tournament there, Andrew Horrocks, yarning away. Ryan Double Dan will join me in our next game with St. Thomas and Waimea. Mel taking a little break. She's just going to walk around the stadium, eat her sandwiches.
Eat my sandwiches that I've made. But no, just trying to get eyes across our girls that are here in our wider New Zealand squad, because as you know, we're getting ready for World Cup in Mexico.
Yeah.
And also just looking at some prospects, you know, for the tournament team. And then we've got Mal and Wendy there. Wendy, a friend of my mum's. For those who don't know, I grew up here in Palmerston North and did all my high school here. She was a stalwart legend, and then went to school and opposite Mal and played against her and her sister Keely. So, you know, Mal, referee of the year at Tauihi this year, and she's like works for Basketball New Zealand in a full-time role.
Head of officials.
Head of officials, organises all of the logistics for all of the officials here, 60 plus. So, two busy women, but
ladies.
They're amazing.
And looks like, sorry team, we had a elongated quarter-time break. Just the score bench needing to sort a couple of things out, but our managers were all over it, and lucky we are set to go again for the fourth quarter of this first game of the day. Mount Maunganui have a significant lead over Kaiapoi, and it'll be interesting to see how they come out in this last quarter.
I'm just looking at the back of the shoes from the sideline inbounder here, and that is Delta Shore, and it says Freak.
Are they Giannis's, I think, the Greek Freak.
Yeah, love it.
You're going to see a little bit of dancing going on for Delta, and zoom in, we see Freak. Beautiful shoes, I like them.
There's some massive shoe game here at this tournament.
100%. Nice little zipper action there for Anika, penetrates. Tough shot.
Very tough shot, but makes it count.
Amen. No pressure really elevated for Kaiapoi here. They're actually in a 2-3 zone, I believe. Going in trans. Delta will look for her mid-range that has been pretty successful today. No good.
And as you see here, like the Mount team, Paul's opting to stay with 4 of his bench players and just leaving Mariana in there to kind of lead the group.
Kaiapoi doing a good job coming out with some intense defense, but Mount Maunganui give it right back and disallow offense for Kaiapoi. I like that Paul Berridge is not only resting his starters but giving his younger girls an opportunity for development here. There's no better place than to do it in games like this. Pull up mid-range for Delta. Can't get it to go again. Hasn't had a lot of success here today. So Kaiapoi, I feel like they're in a zone. Couldn't really recognise which.
Yeah, I think so, because on that wing entry pass and Jada cut to the corner, there was no one following her. So, you know, a good way to see if they're in a man or not, and or to get some reversal action to see if a player follows through. And usually it's the pistols that give it away, if they're pointing at you or not, and the ball. So if you're in an off-ball position.
Foul called there against, I believe that is Mariana Monga. Only her first foul, so no worries. Baseline, out of bounds here. See what Kaiapoi can cook up. Safety pass. And penetration from Eva Perry. But just again, another foul. So again, Mount Maunganui wanting to adjust. Referees have called that all game.
Yes.
They haven't allowed many hands. Even if it is clean, if they see the action of the hands going in, they have penalised it most times, 9 times out of 10 here today.
Yeah, just hands. Keep your hands out, girls.
Keep your hands out.
Hands out, hips in.
Come on. These are things we say from a young age, don't we?
Stop reaching. Why are you reaching? Still say that in Tauihi. Stop reaching.
All the way from about year 1 to Tauihi. Some nice high on ball there, finding Jada Ormsby in the corner. Mariana, nice ball movement.
Oh, that's a high arcing shot from Krista Bennett.
Kick out. I was going to say, don't leave her open.
Here we go.
Nice kick out.
Launches.
And Kaiapoi doing a better job to rebound early in this fourth quarter. Alia handling the pressure well, and another foul call. That's 3 early foul calls in 2.5 minutes.
They just need to give a little bit more space, especially if they're struggling to keep up with the player.
Yeah,
just break the contact.
Yeah. Take the bump, jump off, meet them at the spot. Screen the screener action, a little bit of disarray here, but we handle it well. Anika Shaw will go downhill. Nice kick out. Eva Perry uses her shot fake, but Mariana says, not in my house. Mahina Rangi in the ball game now, as well as Olivia Lassie. Takes that one as a pass. Yep.
Olivia points to Margoa. What are you doing?
That was a pass. Mahina Rangi found a little bit of success under the hoop. Hasn't had a lot of that today. A little bit of congestion from this Kaiapoi team. About 4 girls inside the perimeter now. They are trying to find any way to score, but have no luck.
No, it's no luck. And I think that was, close to 2 O-boards just in that possession series down there.
So game just a little bit messy here.
It is messy.
Yeah, it's been a long morning. Especially
messy, rogue, out of control. Yeah, all of the above.
All of the above.
And let's see if Olivia, she's calling something. She's trying to settle her team down.
Yep, so a bit of game control here taken by Olivia Lassie. They get into a nice offense.
Oh, great tip, rebound and finish from Mariana Munga. And we've got a timeout called.
Gonna see the replay here from Mariana with a nice offensive rebound and a good left-hand finish. Timeout called by, I'm not sure if you saw who called the timeout.
I did not.
Possibly the Kaiapoi team here.
But also possibly Mount, because it's gone a bit out of control.
Yep, so whoever called the timeout, great one to regain a little bit of composure. Although this game is going to go the way of Mount Maunganui, I think it is good to finish it off well and still play a nice good quarter of basketball.
Yes. Hey, I just want to give a shout out to the baseline down there. If your camera goes, you can see Roshi, who's a media legend, and so just on the baseline, she's wearing a bandana down there, holding a camera.
Yep, sitting next to Hugo
you can see the back
Gonzalez
of her.
there.
Yeah, so she's, there she is. She is amazing. I just want to give her a massive shout out. She's been capturing a lot of the stuff that you're seeing on the BBNZ socials, but not only that, she went over and captured a lot of footage for the Tall Ferns in Sydney, self-funded because she wants to develop her skills. And she only went over there for, I think it was less than 30 hours to do that, and flew back. And she tries to get around as many tournaments as possible. Not only does she do the Basketball New Zealand stuff, but she also captures for the Hoop Nation tournaments. And does a fantastic job.
She is very talented.
She is.
Some really great flicks, makes me look really good. Roshi doing some good work.
And her actual name is Rashan. And she hails from Hawke's Bay.
And everybody loves her. You can't imagine anyone at the tournament that doesn't like Roshi. Queen. Going to see a foul in transition there. Tarina Timutumu penetrates and gets the foul call. Go to the line for a pair of Kuru Tautukus. No good on the first one. Just under 6 minutes left to go in this ball game. Mount Maunganui an almost 30-point lead. No good on those 2 free throws. Still a little bit of full court pressure here from Mount Maunganui. Good to see they're being relentless.
Yeah, you always need to play to the final whistle, no matter how many points you're up by. I don't know what happened to Maki Marangi over there, but that look, she just went, what am I doing?
Cracks up after it happens. 7 seconds now for Kaiapoi to work with. Don't look like they're totally urgent. I don't think there's a recognition of the lack of Shot clock, yep. And
you know, the bench has got to step up
yeah,
there.
100%.
I think because it looks like, they're just watching from there
yeah,
at the moment.
No, I don't think they really realised either.
To me, that's
yeah, you know, even if you are defeated with a deficit, you still want to remain positive.
Exactly.
Still help your team out. And again, there's such great learnings to take away from a game like this, especially playing against a high caliber team. Like, this is a super great opportunity for Kaiapoi. I remember coming to nationals and getting pumped by some incredible teams, but I was just so happy to be there and so happy to see the great basketball.
You just said it, so happy to be here, because how many teams were not able to qualify and get here?
Absolutely,
you know, so you are in the top 24 schools in the country to be here.
Yeah, I remember playing against Hamilton girls when they came second in the year 2019 with Riverwalker Pittman and Reese Anderson. You know, Reese Anderson guarding me like a hawk in the backcourt, but I was just so happy to be there and you know, soak it all in. Olivia Lassie using the high on ball. Kuru Whiwhituru on its way. Jada, no good. Oh, boards.
Oh, boards. Mariana launches the three, not able to convert. Oh, and yeah, same thing, hands in.
No surprise there, Mount Maunganui
I want to
to 4 fouls.
I want to go over and tell Mahina Rangi, stop reaching.
Get your hands out. She's on 4 fouls now. And Shamar Broughton has found her way back in the game alongside Chikani Murray. Oh, the right idea there by Delta, just not executed with the pass. So the Broughton twins, as well as Chikani Murray, been resting well, but I can imagine there's a big game of minutes coming for them later today and probably in the next few days.
I see Karis has taken one of her shoes off. I think she might be getting some ankle treatment.
Yeah, well, no need to insert her back in the ball game here today.
No.
6 seconds to work with. Olivia Lassie will go downhill, pops a little floater on the front of the rim. Hard shot to make that one, but pressure here in the backcourt. Big heave pass. Delta Shore will pull, no doubt. Offensive toot-up off the back rim. Oh, she defended that without even looking. In transition, Isabel Clark does a good job to disrupt the trans offense.
The little pocket rocket, Anna Hardy, is in as well. I love her hustle and her aggression.
Mahina Rangi delivers a pass in trans. Olivia Lassie trailing. A bit messy for Mount Maunganui here.
What's up with these passes, girls? Jeepers, giving me anxiety.
Mel is unhappy. And another ear ball, Kuru Whiwhituru for Olivia Lassie.
Oh, we'll call that a pass.
Yeah. She's having a little giggle about that one.
Is. Oh, was that on the line? I don't know.
We don't know yet.
Nick looked down, had a smile, carry on.
I like the penetration there, but not the right spot for the receiver pass. Turnover once again for Kaiapoi. Mount Maunganui with a 79-52 lead.
That's probably a massive work on for Kaiapoi moving forward through the next year or so, is just to make sure that you've got receiver spots ready and waiting, and that whoever's penetrating can see them. Nothing worse than not having anyone.
Yeah, facts.
To pass the ball out to.
Yeah. I just remembered, I think Kaiapoi is missing another big part of the offense. Hannah, I'm unsure of her last name, but another really talented rep player, one of the best for her age in Canterbury. She is a huge scorer as well and got some height on her. So missing 2 pretty big parts of their offense, I think, which again...
That's really unfortunate because, this is the pinnacle event of the secondary school season.
And I think she's been playing throughout the season, so having to adjust their style of play without her obviously has been difficult for them. I think they put up a relatively good contest, though, against a pretty strong Mount Maunganui team. Kuru Whiwhituru on its way, no good. Just over 2 minutes left of basketball in this ball game. Delta Shore, nice little step through.
Nice finish.
Playing off 2 feet.
Last 2 minutes of the game. Up by 31. Oh no. My maths is out.
Whoopsies.
Up by 29.
Olivia Lassie doesn't want to shoot the ball again. Shamar source, but called for a travel. I think just took a little bit of a bump and accidentally put her foot down again.
Krista Bennett's coming in for Mahinarangi Bazant, who had a massive rebounding game.
Yeah, great work, and you know, had some really nice looks down under. Couldn't convert a few of those today with these annoying rims, but nevertheless, still a great game. And here is the deadly pressure with a crazy front line of Anna Hardy, Shikani Murray, and Shamar Broughton. I'd be very terrified if I saw that.
A bit of confusion there. I think Ali thought she was going to have the inbound pass.
Not quite, buddy.
Oh.
Shikani Murray, I think she thought she might get the foul call on that one, but Nick Choi does not reward her. Minute and a half to go. Kaiapoi will have possession and come across this Mount Maunganui pressure. Handled well.
But and steal from Shamar, but unable to control that and gather it in. So ball going back to Kaiapoi, and just under 90 seconds left in this match.
Been a relatively messy fourth quarter. Not always a great way to end the game. Little Ellie Shaw with a nice kick out there. 6 seconds to work with. Isabel Clark makes something out of nothing. And Shamar will break that pressure nice and easily. Nice high on ball there. Good duo of Shikani Murray and Olivia Lassie. Kuru Whawhitoru on its way.
Yeah, I think Shikani, if she had looked into the roller, like Lassie was open on the deep roll.
Totally agree. Nice bit of trans basketball there. Kaiapoi moving the ball really well, and I think that's something that they've done quite well today.
Yeah.
You know, people haven't been in the right spots and passes and shots haven't gone their way, but they do look to move the ball really nicely, play nice unselfish basketball. So with a bit more development, I think that offense could come a far way.
No, for sure.
Just under 40 seconds left to go in this ball game. Mount Maunganui will proceed the day unbeaten, with a big pool game for them later on today. Oh, lovely pass.
Beautiful pass on that
Misses
roll.
the bunny, but a really nice pass there, Shikani Murray. Possibly one or two more possessions left here today. Delta Shaw still organising her team, and she will pull with a little bit of space. I think there's someone opened a door in here, a bit of breeze or something. Mount Maunganui still looking to score despite the lead, and Kaiapoi will come up with it.
And just, dribble it out. Oh, no. Oh, he's called a foul. Oh, no?
Oh, no, I think he just blew the whistle for the end of the game.
Okay, I thought his first two was over, I was like,
no
way.
Mount Maunganui, huge win over Kaiapoi. 83-54 Kaiapoi. Mount Maunganui will remain undefeated.
Up the Maunga.
Yeah, come on. St. Thomas versus Waimea up here next. Mel is going to step away, but I'm remaining here with Ryan Double Dam Double D. So don't go far.
Thanks for having me.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through a tough time. It's a real privilege, but you know, for us, we want to see others get involved in it. This is not a selfish thing for Apollo. This is about how can we get, whether it's construction or other businesses, to get involved in this.
There's a lot of things that kids miss out on, and so to have businesses step up and want to be involved and to help is a game changer for schools. It really is.
Hey, sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
This is a call to action.
It was really hard to try and keep it together every day.
I need some help.
Simple tools.
Is he here with his body or is he up here with his hinengaro?
For parents in need.
E tino he hena hau ki te whakapakari, i a hauano.
Tāhua. Mai te tirohanga Māori. Kids don't come with a manual with Nathan Wallace. Ki whakata Māori, me Māori Plus.
So sponsorship from New Zealand Carbon Farming has been fantastic for our sports teams actually who went away to tournament week. We're a community who's driven by sport, but often money and the cost of travel, accommodation and uniform can be a barrier for some of our students. And to come out with a new uniform for a number of sports, particularly our basketball teams who have been away at nationals, has been uplifting for the students and for our community. The support from Carbon Farming has been wonderful.
Without them, then we wouldn't look like this.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
This isn't about long-distance calling, technology, or living overseas.
Do I have one more bid? Thank you.
We're going to go once. We're going twice.
And we are sold to the Kiwi phone bidder from Manchester.
It's about Bailey's finding buyers that others can't.
You want your tamariki to be a part of the community. Keep getting all these feelings like he's never going to fit.
That gets pretty hard. I'm so grateful that Clara has answered those prayers.
There's just always this bias away from our tamariki. We really need this done.
Our code of compliance, it's a big thing, and we ain't gonna just stop because we're stressed.
Super kura, ki whakata Māori, me Māori Plus.
Hope you wish Mel a happy birthday. Oh my god, you're so rude.
Kia ora everyone and welcome to day 3 of the Basketball New Zealand Secondary School Nationals. It's been a goodie and it's only getting better here. We have a brilliant pool game here this morning, the Battle of the South Island teams, Waimea College versus St Thomas College. I'm Maya Williamson and I'm here with the big man Ryan Double D. How are you, Ryan?
Good, thank you. I'm looking forward to this, essentially a top of the table clash. The winner of this game will go through directly to the quarterfinals and get a bit of a sleep in tomorrow morning.
Yeah, and these teams, especially St Thomas, had a big day yesterday with a late game against St Kennigan's College, starting the game at 9:15 last night due to a leakage on the court.
Yeah, we'll see if that has any effect on their performance today.
However, yeah, like you said, top of the table clash. Both teams, I believe, undefeated so far already. Yep,
undefeated.
And some high caliber players here today. This St Thomas team, 3 New Zealand players: Louis Gordon, Hugo Gonzalez, named in the 3-on-3 under 17 3x3 team. Hugo did not go due to injury and possibly eligibility reasons. And Mana Martin just returned from the under 16 Asia Cup. Yep, we have Waimea College here. Number 0, the famous Hayden Jones. 2, Noah Rogers. 4, Jonty Bond. 7, Geordie Moore. 12, William Blight. 15, Cooper Adams. 22, Lucas Trench. 25, Jerome Sinclair. 29, Caden Bracey. And 34, Colin Williams, coached by the one and only Phil Jones and assisted by Stephen James. Pretty famous lineup there.
The Reefton kid.
And we'll head over to St Thomas, and that's all you, Double D.
For St Thomas College of Canterbury, number 3, Harvey Kogel. Number 4, Mana Martin. Number 6, Seb Wilson. Number 8, Louis Gordon. Number 12, Caleb Clarkson. Number 15, Salu Lotu. Number 20, Ethan Robinson. Number 22, Riwa Simmons. Number 23, Hugo Gonzalez. Number 26, Samuel Pritchard. 32, Jack Fowle. 33, Max Fowle, coached by Joe Hammond, assisted by Harvey Gordon.
Yep, so 2 really high caliber teams with some high players. I mean, Hayden Jones also just returned from the Asia Cup, and we have our lovely Team Grey referees here, Amy Jo Clark and Felix Sparks. We love Team Grey. Thank you for all the mahi you're putting in.
That's a hell of a name, Felix Sparks.
Felix Sparks.
It's a solid name.
Powerful.
If we look at these two teams, we've got 1 player each, Hayden Jones and Mana Martin, who recently placed second at the Asia Cup.
Yeah.
Got their first night's rest back in New Zealand last night, so hopefully they're feeling a bit better after a night's rest rather than on an airplane before playing like they did yesterday.
Yeah, not ideal. And again, both teams with a lot of rep players here. Jonty and Hayden Jones having a championship run at under 17 nationals earlier this year.
Yeah, essentially we've got half the Nelson team versus half the Canterbury team who
pretty
fought out
much
the final.
Yep.
With the other half of the Nelson team with Nelson College and the other Canterbury players with Christ and perhaps some other Christchurch schools.
Yeah, every rep player here from the St Thomas team earned a medal at their respective nationals this year. So the under-15 boys with Jack Farley had a win. The under-17 boys, obviously, silver medal, and Louis Gordon attended the under-19 nationals where they just came up short with the bronze.
Solid output from the Canterbury powerhouse rep system that you guys are running down there.
You know it. Someone else to keep an eye out for here is Hugo Gonzalez. He's had a really good tournament so far. 33-point game and a 29-point game. Obviously, him and Louis Gordon possibly called the dynamic duo there.
I like it. And for Waimea, obviously led by Hayden Jones. I've seen Jonty Bond play a few times and he certainly can fill it up.
Yeah, definitely can. They get a 30-point final at under-17 nationals. Little pocket rocket.
All right, we're about to get things underway as Waimea enter the court.
I'm excited for this one.
Yeah,
I think this is going to be a pretty good game. I don't think these teams have actually officially matched up this year. I think they may have had a pre-season practice game, but the first official matchup of the year, which is very exciting.
One of the better days at secondary school nationals, move-in day, as teams figure out where they're going to place in the pool. So
this game.
Lots of matchups throughout the day, and we get to start here on live stream here on Court 5.
Absolutely. This game with a lot riding on it. As we know, Waimea College finishing first at South Islands this year, so #1 seed from the South Island. And St Thomas had a bit of a rough run, finishing 4th. They weren't really happy with that placing, so they're going to, they're trying to make a statement here today.
Granted, Louis Gordon did not play in those qualifiers, so a key piece that St Thomas were missing.
Yeah, so he's been out for 8 weeks with a concussion, so this is his kind of first time playing since being out for almost 2 months, which is a hard thing to return from.
He's had 3 games over the last 2 days to kind of get a rhythm, as we seem to have some sort of score sheet issue on the Waimea side that Amy Jo Clark and the Reefton Kid are sorting out.
The Reefton Kid. Nice little nickname he got from New Zealand legend Hayden Jones. Kat Jones also here for Waimea College, coaching the girls in their rebuild kind of stage.
We're just missing one Jones, Maya.
I know, who is overplaying Div 1 basketball.
St. Mary's of California.
And St Thomas will come up with the first possession here. Caleb Clarkson running the point.
Man-to-man defense early by Waimea.
Mana Martin will attack, but Will Blight standing at, how tall do you think Will Blight is? 6?
At least 6'6".
6'7" maybe. Says it not in my house. 10 seconds to work with here for St Thomas. Ball goes to Max Farley. High on ball for Mana.
Aggressive coverage early.
Hugo going to have to pull. Kuru, Fifi Toru early here for Hugo Gonzalez.
It was a decent contest by Hayden Jones, but did not face Hugo one bit.
And a really cool matchup we have with Hayden and Hugo. Hard show from Max Farley. Jonty able to turn the corner though.
Hayden Jones in the mid post as we have score bench issue, shot clock not resetting. Both teams aggressive early in the ball screen coverage.
Yeah.
St Thomas a little bit more aggressive than Waimea, but certainly no passive coverages as of yet.
I think these two bigs are quite talented in their hard shows, and obviously some big dudes, so hard for a guard to be coming off a ball screen with a big man in their way like that.
Yeah, having mobile big men that can get out and show or switch aggressively certainly allows for, a more intense defense.
Yeah, definitely.
Being disruptive, all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah.
We have got the shot clock reset. We're going to go 14, and it should be Waimea ball baseline.
See what they can come up with here on their baseline. Out of bounds, looked like a bit of a stack entry. Ball goes into the hands of Hayden Jones in the corner there.
The zone out of baseline, out of bounds.
8 seconds to work with Jonty Bond, little pocket rocket.
Good hands of St Thomas, Gordon.
Nice delivery in trans, and Louis Gordon a tough finish over a couple of contests there.
Yeah, Jonty Bond did a good job going straight up, but did not affect Louis Gordon's shot off the glass.
Early 5-0 lead. Jonty Bond does a good job penetrating, and another turnover here for Waimea College. So a good hot start from the St Thomas side.
Yeah, very aggressive early defensively, getting out, showing hands in the driving lanes.
Still in a man-to-man, a bit of a switch up from their usual zone defense. Hugo is going to let it fly for the second time today. Caden Bracey also attended the Under-17 Nationals with the championship team earlier this year. Well done, nice penetration, and draws the foul there.
Number 33, Max Fail with the Hudder. Caden Bracey will go to the line for 2 quarter to tokus. Nails the first.
Nicely done. So Waimea get their first point into the game.
No commentator's curves there.
Yep, this is why I'm just going to shut up now.
Bracey for the second. Almost a commentator's curse, but not quite.
Good things happen when Maya shuts up. Louis Gordon at the point, a talented leader, really good floor general.
Iverson cut into mid-ball screen.
Well defended by Jonty Bond there, eating him up a little bit. And St. Thomas with their first turnover.
Bit of an errant pass that Gonzalez could not handle. Baseline ball, Waimea.
Jonty Bond will run the point here. Little pocket rocket, I like to call him. Release drag screen there for Will Blight, but eaten up again. Couple of early turnovers here for Waimea College, and St. Thomas able to capitalise in trans yet again.
Farley does a good job sticking with the guard, multiple slides, whether it's protecting the paint or getting out a bit more aggressive like we see there.
100%, and yeah, just unable to find Will Blight on the roll multiple times. So their back line also doing a good job to rotate and cover while Max Farley gets back. Hayden Jones unable to convert with that one. So a huge defensive start from St. Thomas here to keep Waimea only to 2 points.
Tough shot. Bit of a step back contested three, I'm sure.
He apologised for that one, I think. Probably aware of the shot selection wasn't the best. Wow.
St. Thomas is depressive defensively early. In the lanes, deflections, nothing easy for Waimea.
Yep, they've really come out with a point to prove. Firing away. Waimea unable to really create much offense.
Yeah. I'd like to see Farley dive into that space there.
Yep. Louis Gordon will draw the foul on Jonty Bond. Just hands all over him.
Sideline out of bounds, 14 on the clock.
Ball back in the hands of Louis Gordon, to no surprise. Doesn't even need the on-ball. Caleb Clarkson will let it fly. Kuru Fifi Toru for Caleb Clarkson.
Early 8-point lead by St. Thomas. Just over 3 minutes gone.
Wouldn't be surprised if a timeout comes in the next few minutes if Waimea remain struggling.
Gonzalez on the break.
Great find in transition. Mana Martin will attack. Nice verticality there from both Waimea players to contest.
Hayden Jones looks a bit shaken up after taking some contact from Mana Martin on the drive.
Some nice full court pressure.
Looking a bit sore.
He is looking a bit sore. I don't imagine Dad Phil Jones will take him out of the ball game though.
Might be playing 40.
Jonty Bond finds an inch of space. Well done. Just uses his speed to his advantage. Nice finish there. A relieving bucket for Waimea, something they really needed.
Louis Gordon orchestrating.
High post catch. Max Farley does a good job there. Nice.
Multiple handoff options. Gonzalez with the pull-up two.
I like that shot. I think that's a really great option. Hayden Jones, not a lot of ball in hand for him yet today, but good things happen when he does have it in his hands.
And one. He's got such great body control.
Yeah.
He gets to a spot. The thing I find most impressive with Hayden is his ability to get to a spot without a million dribbles, really good ball manipulation, and then he can take that contact and hang in the air as we saw.
Yeah, like super strong. It's actually really, really impressive. He makes it look so easy and so simple, but yeah, super strong.
I've encouraged some of my junior A players at Palmy Boys to come and actually watch Hayden and watch how he gets to his spots and the ball manipulation he does.
Yeah, doesn't do anything flashy, right? But has about 30 points of just, maybe even just right-hand layups.
Yeah, absolutely. Never looks sped up, never looks out of control. Credit to his work ethic and the coaches he's had growing up.
100%. Kuru Fifi Toru, Caden Bracey with a hand in his face, cutting this lead now only to 3. So hot start for St. Thomas, kind of slowed down a little bit. Waimea just finding their feet. Great find in the corner. Hugo with momentum and just bodies him out the way.
Before that bucket, I was like, we probably should have shot that. He had enough space, but
nope.
An aggressive drive and a near-on uncontested layup after the physicalness from Gonzalez, as Bracey cannot go 2 in a row.
It's a good open look, though, for a good shooter. Hugo, oh, I thought he was going to pull that. That's a great contest there by Will Blight.
They've done a good job on Mana Martin so far. He's driven 3 or 4 times, and Waimea meeting him hands up, chest to chest.
Especially Will Blight, like doing a really good job under the hoop there, avoiding foul trouble, and you know he's a difficult person to finish over.
Good defense, Jonty Bond, contested shot.
Step back, Bobby Jack. Is that what you said yesterday?
Step back, Bobby Jack. Yeah, great defense, but just better offense there.
Not much you can do about that. Colin Williams in the ball game now.
Bit better spacing by Waimea on that pick and roll.
Another one. And one, Hayden Jones.
Initiated that ball screen from the slot. The guard went under the rolling Will Bright, and the messy pass to Jones. Much more space to operate. Significantly better spacing.
And just that ability to finish through contact, remain balanced. Seb Wilson here looking to go against Will Blight. Tough kick out pass somehow. Wow.
That's tough. He almost dropped that out of bounds, grabbed his feet. Knocks down the Kura Fifi Turu.
Yeah, got his balance extremely quickly. Extending their lead now out to 7. On ball back to the corner. Really nice ball movement there to Caden Bracey. And a huge O-board. Hayden Jones, bit of a difficult shot there. And I think that's going to be 2 early fouls on Hugo Gonzalez. Obviously has a hard task guarding Hayden Jones. We'll see that again.
A little bit out of control in the first shot, but good enough to get his offensive rebound.
Hugo did a good initial job of verticality, but just that O-board kind of threw him out of position a little bit. Caught him on the body. Oh, lovely shot form. Textbook.
Jones knocks down the first, Kura Tuku.
So Waimea done a good job after a hot start from St. Thomas to kind of calm things down a bit. They found their rhythm now. And good on the second. Louis Gordon, floor general.
5-point game here. St. Thomas up 19-14.
Little horn set here. Mana coming across. Space to work with.
Tough shot there.
I like the little dump off to the dunker, but yeah, just can't convert that one.
Hayden Jones, lots of space to operate.
Oh, great find. Oh.
Thought he was going to pull up there on that little...
Yeah, so did I.
Step back, but opts to skip it. Unfortunately, Jonty Bond cannot handle the pass.
I think he thought John D was a little bit taller than he is. I can say that because I'm 5 foot tall.
Perhaps Hayden thought he was still playing with the New Zealand team. 6'6".
A little bit of, yep. Louis is just going to call for a high on ball. Oh, would have liked to see that pass go.
Missed a cross-court pass to Mana Martin. Late in the shot clock.
Yeah, not a terrible option. Wasn't a lot happening in that offense there. So Seb Wilson, just nice little spin move and draws the foul.
Jerome Sinclair committing the huddle. Second team foul for Waimea.
Oh, done a good job to be really disciplined. Vertical.
Yeah, absolutely.
Obviously, Phil Jones has disciplined these guys, and I think a lot of respect they have for him. They buy into the system really well. And no good on the second. Kuru Tautaku. Waimea can cut the lead now to 4. Calling for an on-ball, Colin Williams. See, he rejects that one. Nice kick out.
I like what Waimea have done later in this quarter. They've got Hayden off the basketball, knowing that they're going to be up a little bit closer in his passing lane, and having Jonty Bond off the ball so he can attack second side.
Yeah. And I mean, that's the benefit of having such a deep team, right? They've got multiple guys who can create off the ball screen. And then it's creating other problems for the rest of these St. Thomas guys.
Hayden also a willing pass there as he demonstrates then. And
Colin Williams penetrating baseline, and Munda just can't move his feet in time. Gets called for a blocking foul.
They called it on the ground, but they are in the bonus, so he earned himself 2 trips to the free throw line.
And we're going to see Ethan Robertson checking the ball game. Caleb Clarkson, who's had a good first quarter, will take a seat. Colin Williams can cut the lead now to only 2. But no good on that first kuru tautaku.
It's been an entertaining first quarter so far with different styles going at it.
And good on the second one there. So only a 3-point lead now for St. Thomas.
Louis Gordon doing a good job just orchestrating in this half-court offense.
Seb Wilson looking to penetrate one-on-one. And another spin move. So it does a good job there to recognise that he probably can go one-on-one against a slower matchup.
Yeah, that's Jerome Sinclair's second huddle. So Phil Jones has a decision to make here with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, whether to leave him out there, potentially getting his third foul, as we see Will Bright walk towards the scorer's table to check in. Yeah,
I imagine that'll be Jerome checking out again. Seb Wilson, good on both kuru tautakus, and yeah, he's going to find the bench once again. So extending that lead out now to 5 for St. Thomas. Colin Williams able to run the point and actually uses a ball screen from Hayden Jones, which they can just hard switch. But yeah, I think that's a good call.
Aggressive defense there, hurting St. Thomas being in the penalty. So a really risky option being as aggressive, knowing you're in the bonus for the last 2.5 minutes.
Especially from a good shooting team as Cohen makes the first kuru tautaku.
4-point lead here. We can potentially cut it to 3.
And no good, so splits those, but Hayden Jones with an O-board and another foul committed. That's going to go against Louis Gordon.
So Waimea starting to rack up these free throws while slowly getting these St. Thomas players into some early foul trouble. Hugo Gonzalez with 2 already on the bench, and Louis Gordon's got to be careful now not to pick up his second.
Yeah, absolutely.
Late here in the first quarter.
Hayden Jones unable to capitalise on that second one, but another offensive rebound. Pet peeve, getting O-boards from free throws.
2 in a row as well.
Absolutely. Hayden Jones throws a messy pass. Really nice solution. And Caden Bracey with his second kuru whiwhituru. Even Stevens.
5-point trip down to the offensive end for Waimea there. The 2 free throws and the 3-pointer.
Almost at the first quarter mark here. St. Thomas had a hot start, but Waimea's done a really good job to catch up. Louis Gordon's just going to go one-on-one. Definitely missing Hugo Gonzalez a little bit with his foul trouble.
Nice little boomerang pass there. Hayden Jones going to work on the right-hand wing.
Rewa done a good job to defend that and stay in front. Caden Bracey, hot hand today. Waimea take their first lead of the game.
That was a nice pass. Yeah. Find the shooter who just hit one, and he obliges by hitting a second in a row with kuru whiwhituru.
Seb Seals against a smaller Colin Williams. Bit of a flop there. Okay, to get their O-board. And Mana utilising a shot fake. Would have liked to see him let that one go. He's going to use his footwork, and it's a really nice finish.
Yeah. Patient, uses his strength, steps through.
And a good matchup here. They were teammates a week ago, now they're oppositions.
Almost 3 days ago they were playing that game, Monday morning. Jonty Bond, he would like that one back.
Last possession of the quarter here. Louis Gordon is going to slow things down.
Smart point guard play, ensuring that only St. Thomas will get the last offensive possession here in the quarter.
Stops and pops, but can't get it to go. And that'll see the end of the quarter. So a bit of a swing here. Waimea have a narrow 1-point lead at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, St. Thomas aggressive early, a few turnovers, quick 10-2 lead, and then Waimea slowly found their rhythm. Multiple trips to the free throw line, few kick-out threes by Hayden Jones, being the willing passer that he is, knowing that if his teammates get involved, he's going to have some more space to operate.
Absolutely.
Later in the game.
And then obviously showing their depth with Caden Bracey. He's got 3 triples already. Jonty Bond's been able to penetrate Colin Williams doing a good job coming off the ball screens with Hayden being able to be active off the ball. And then obviously probably the most painful thing for the St Thomas side is having Hugo Gonzalez having to sit with 2. Obviously you want to put him in the ball game, but it's a risk you don't want to take.
Right, and coming into the second quarter for Joe Hammond is how long do you leave Hugo on the bench before you bring him in, risking that 3rd foul?
It actually does look like he is sitting down now, so looks like they're just going to have to take the risk, maybe just to get some momentum back and get some points on the board.
And we've got to remember that these guys probably finished their game into the 11 p.m. last night.
Yeah, definitely. And
so fatigue. Louis Gordon played that whole first quarter, so he's probably needing a break as well. So we've got lots of things to consider here for the coaching staff of St Thomas.
I think they would have played some heavy minutes so far already. Louis definitely, I watched him yesterday, played I think the whole first half. So, they definitely have played a few minutes, and definitely was a late one last night, which is unfortunate. It's just the way the tournament goes, I guess, here in Paradise North.
Paradise North. Weather's been really putting it on for us.
Yeah, I really appreciate that.
Today. Yeah. I'm glad we get to spend it inside watching this great sport.
Hopefully no more leaks on 2 courts today. Yeah, we're looking safe around where we are, Ryan, but a couple of courts yesterday, bit of mishap with the leaks. But our BBNZ staff did a very good job at being adaptable, and luckily these boys still got to play that game.
Yeah, it's not as we see Hugo into the beginning of the 4th quarter. It's certainly not a position any teams or organisers want to be in, but credit to everyone involved for being adaptable and willing to play their part in ensuring the game gets played.
Yeah, and got the job done, of course. Waimea will have possession to start the quarter. Cohen Williams will receive the ball, run the point. Well defended there on the handoff. Opts to switch that one. Rewa on a taller Will Blight.
Looking for the boomerang, but St Thomas read it early. Nice pass.
Nicely done, yeah. So a really good job, Seb Wilson, to pick that pass off and then able to capitalise in transition. It looks like Rewa now on a no catch on Hayden Jones. Definitely a coverage that Hayden's come against before.
And probably will for certainly the rest of his. As we see the fast break here as St Thomas getting the passing lane and a nice little half alley-oop to Hugo, who obliges with a nice finish.
And Colin Williams has a pair of toe-tuckers here as he penetrated down the lane. Yeah, the great thing about this Waimea team is their depth, like I said before. You've got Hayden Jones on a no catch, but there are plenty of other guys who can create just as well.
And Hayden's going to see that coverage for the remainder of his high school and regional representative career.
Definitely.
And that's just credit to his brilliance as Louis Gordon brings up the ball for St Thomas.
Great pass to a shooter in the corner. Ethan Robinson unable to convert with that one.
Louis Gordon drawing 4 Waimea players on their drive.
Ball in the hands of Hayden Jones, looking to create. Rewa doing a good job to stay in front. And that's just the second pass gone a little bit too high from Hayden Jones there.
Yeah, a bit of an errant pass as he takes his first break of the game, just to perhaps reset.
Yeah,
he got to a spot there. We probably would have liked to see him shoot that.
Yeah, I think especially with a smaller Rewa, I think he had the space to be able to stop and pop that one. I like that he's looking for that kick out though, but possibly just a well-earned rest. And it's way more taxing being full denied. So definitely a well-earned break. Nice finish, Hugo Gonzalez.
Certainly lots of ways to play that. Post them up as they look to deny it. To throw high lows, you could use them to set screens knowing that they're not going to provide any help. So certainly some options for Coach Phil Jones to think about.
Nice messy pass, great ball reversal. Yeah. Kuru, Fifi, Toru, Lucas Trench able to hit.
The ball movement rewarded right there with the swish of the 3.
Absolutely. Seb Wilson very willing to penetrate out of that high post. Oh, super active down low, mismatched against a Will Blight, much smaller, but able to contest for the offensive two-dupper.
Seb Wilson hitting the deck hard, but getting an extra position for a St Thomas team.
Kaiapoi, 12 seconds on the shot clock for St Thomas. Wouldn't be surprised if the ball goes in the hands. Oh, that's not what I expected. And one.
Bit of a miscommunication on the little screen there. Slip behind Will Bright, and probably the easiest shot Seb Wilson's going to get all day.
And a tough finish as well on his left hand.
St Thomas regaining the lead.
Misses the free throw. Hayden Jones back in the ball game already. Probably just needed a little break to regain his composure a little bit. Great pass to the corner. Two in a row from Lucas Trench.
Waimea doing a great job of finding their shooters right
100%.
after they've hit one. So it's 2 in a row twice for 2 different Waimea players.
And great delivery by Colin Williams.
Tough shot, Hugo Gonzalez. Back of the rim.
Will Blight comes up with the rebound there. Mana Martin doing a really good job to disrupt that trans offense there and force them to set up in the half court. I'd like to see some more active hands from Seb off of that hard show.
Yeah, Jonty at will is going around the showing Wilson.
And I think you can disrupt any pass coming from that. Seb Wilson a lot taller than Jonty is. Forced to switch. Hayden Jones pulls, cannot connect, but an O-board. Picked off by Mana Martin.
Yeah, a bit of indecision there by Hayden Jones and steal by Mana Martin.
Possibly could have laid it up there. Louis Gordon looks to go one-on-one, stops and pops. That's a tough shot.
Yeah, that really good defense, keeping Louis Gordon in front, forcing the contested mid-range.
Another side on ball there.
Much better from Seb Wilson, disrupting the ball handler.
Jonty Bond doing what he does best, downhill on his right hand.
Nice elongated steps to get around Mana Martin.
And I think that foul call is going to be on Mana Martin there. Yep. And we're going to see a timeout called by Joe Hammond here with down 2, just under 7 minutes to go in this quarter.
I dare say, Coach Hammond, we're talking about shot selection. We've seen a couple of contested threes by Gonzalez and a couple of contested mid-ranges by Louis Gordon. We'll be hoping for some better shot quality and some execution out of its offense. Defensively, I still think they're doing a reasonably good job. They've been relatively disruptive. Seb Wilson on that last aggressive coverage was much better, disrupting the ball handler.
Yeah, I think they've done a relatively good job, especially they came out firing with their aggressive defense. Obviously now it's just learning to be disciplined with your hands. But I think, that last screen coverage there from Seb Wilson poked the ball out and made them play from halfway. Just unfortunately, Jonty able to go downhill and draw a foul there. But, that kind of coverage is great on a ball screen like that.
Be interesting to see if we do see a change of ball screen coverage from at any point throughout this game. Outside of that last one from Wilson, Waimea look to starting to figure out how to attack St Thomas's ball screen coverages.
They've had a few nice options off of it with a messy pass and then an extra to the corner, or they've been able to hit it back to the same side corner for an open look. They've obviously got Will Blight, who's got a huge height advantage down low as well, so I'd like to see them utilise him. But obviously really well coached in their decision making and their ability to make quick decisions off the on ball.
Also, got the zone options at any point. If either of these teams have a zone, they might just throw one. We saw one possession early on where Waimea hit a baseline out of bounds and St Thomas dropped into a zone, but it was short-lived.
Well, over the last few years, I actually have seen Waimea use zone quite a lot. I think it's a new decision that Phil Jones has made to not get them to sit in that, but definitely a good option, especially if St Thomas are unable to convert Kuruwhiwhi Toros like they have been. Looks like we might have a no catch on Louis Gordon over in the corner there. Great fight. Oh,
unlucky.
That's a great look from Hugo. Just tipped away. Good job to anticipate that one.
It's been the most beneficial set for St Thomas that Iverson cut into a plethora of options.
Colin Williams just goes downhill on his right hand and gets the and one.
Too easy from St. Thomas there. Straight to his dominant hand, no resistance. As we see a replay right down the lane in the late contact by Mana Martin as Colin Williams will look to convert the 3-point play with the Koroto Tuku.
I believe that is the second foul on Mana. Comes out of a late rotation. And another O-board off a free throw. I believe that's number 3 already.
Coach Hammond cannot be happy with that.
No, definitely not. Ball just hits the out of bounds, I believe, on their pass from the baseline. So St. Thomas have a chance here to set up offensively. Louis Gordon has taken a seat for the first time today. Great dish. Oh, I thought that was his own teammate.
The right idea, just wrong player.
And misses the first lap, but gets his O-board, and that lead's going to extend out to 7 now for Waimea. So huge swing, going down 10-2 at the beginning, but now up 7.
Hayden does a very good job of, I know I missed it, straight back up, grabs his own rebound in the right spot.
Easy 2 points for Waimea. Ball sticking in the hands of Hugo, and they're just getting themselves in trouble under the hoop. They're drawing 3 and then unable to make decisions out of that.
Crowding defense by Waimea, and the St. Thomas looking to do the same thing, but unfortunately unable to not commit the hutter.
And that's going to be foul number 3 or 4 maybe of this quarter for St. Thomas. So they did a good initial job, but the offensive toot-up gets them out of position. Jonty Bond, not the biggest player on the court there, grabbing a rebound. So St. Thomas wanting to do a better job of actually boxing these guys out. They've got quite a few offensive rebounds already, and they're giving themselves extra possessions, and a good scoring team is going to capitalise on that.
Yeah, Jonty Bond and others, you can never assume they're going to make a layup, so you chase down that layup just in case, and quite often defenses will assume that it's going in, and they'll give up those chances where if they sprint back, they could have got the stop.
Absolutely. Hugo just stops and pops. Well contested by Hayden Jones.
Great defense. The long arms by Hayden Jones there, deflecting the shot.
Would like to see a little bit of ball movement before a shot like that is taken from Hugo. Caleb Clarkson does a good job. And a better roll up, but Will Blight is there to clean that up.
You think he passed that on purpose?
Yeah, we'll give him that. We'll give him that.
He'll get the assist and the official stats, but intentional or not, it's 2 points for Waimea.
And another hard contested shot by Mana. So I'd like to see possibly a timeout called here by Joe, just to speak about shot selection and getting better looks offensively.
It's almost like you should be coaching as the timeout sign goes up on the score bench.
Seeing the future, the crystal ball. Waimea, a 10-point lead now. See Joe Hammond there, unhappy with his team. A lot of one-on-one isolation basketball right now. It does work in Mana's favour, but again, that's not a sustainable way to play against a good defensive team.
Absolutely. If we consider the second quarter so far, as we see Mana Martin's replay, right to left crossover and draws the foul.
But you see 4 dudes standing still, right?
If we consider this second quarter, 6 points in 6 minutes for St. Thomas to Waimea's 15 points in 6 minutes. So style of plays here a little bit. Waimea getting in transition a bit, extra passes, offensive rebounds. To St. Thomas's a lot of one-on-one, early shot clock, contested looks. So I'm sure Coach Hammond right now will be preaching ball movement, extra passes, uncontested looks to make sure they get some sort of rhythm established before half-time.
You see Coach Harvey Gordon, Assistant Coach Harvey Gordon has taken over with his whiteboard. Quite knowledgeable guy. He was an ex-student at St. Thomas as well. Louis Gordon's older brother has now taken on more of a coaching role. Obviously blowing some smoke for these boys, spraying them a little bit. They've had a pretty tough quarter so far. They've had some really nice offensive looks earlier in the game, but just lost some momentum, and then their offensive flow just slowed down a little bit.
Sometimes that's what you need, right? Just a good little spray just to keep you back on track.
Definitely.
Get the juices flowing.
And these boys will not want to drop this game. The winner of this game likely to finish first in the pool, so it's a great position to be in coming out of pool play.
Very important game. the sleeping enough should be motivation, right?
Yeah, come on. Look, that's the number one thing that gets me through tournaments.
Do I want to play at 9 a.m. or 10:45 tomorrow, or do I want to wait till the afternoon and be nice and rested?
And have a great, especially, you know, we've got some tired bodies from the Asia Cup and late games yesterday. Waimea had a huge game against St. John's. We're down 13 and came back winning by 10. So, yeah, they're relentless, these boys, resilient when they go down. We're going to see a little half-court trap here from St. Thomas. I like that.
Perhaps speed Waimea up a bit. Oh, nice pass, Hayden.
Wow, and a shooting display from Caden Bracey. That's his 4th kuru whiwhi toru this half.
Oh, that's great defense by Will Bright.
But a better job, Hugo, you know, not putting that one up and actually finding his teammate for a better shot.
A tough finish by Mana Martin, left hand, silky smooth.
I like this adjustment that St. Thomas has made here. Aggressive in the half court, an 8-second violation.
Rewarded. Yeah, I think Coach Phil Jones is imploring his players not to stay flat.
Yeah.
And try and get some better angles on the trap.
An unexpected adjustment here has worked in the favour of St. Thomas. A smart one.
14 seconds on the clock here in the front court turnover.
High post catch. Looking for a bit of a give and go. Louis Gordon. Nice find.
There we go. Some extra good ball movement.
Possibly fouled on 3-point line there. They will not get that one, but 12 seconds here out of the baseline inbound.
Much better offense. We've seen a few extra passes. One rewarded with the Mana Martin layup and one unrewarded. Quick shot there by Hugo Gonzalez.
Tough one.
Yeah, short off the tudapa.
Ability to make that shot though, Hugo. Can be tough. Loves games like this. Absolute dog, Hugo.
And a zone now by St. Thomas.
Yep. So they've definitely made some adjustments coming out of that timeout.
So a press in on makes and dropping back to a 2-3 zone on misses.
Sometimes you kind of just have to throw adjustments out there and see if they work. Nice. Giving the ball back there to Hugo. No luck again on the kuru whiwhi toru. St. Thomas not having a lot of luck from beyond the arc yet today. Swarming defense in the corner.
Much better look from Hugo Gonzalez in. But unfortunately cannot convert the
and Waimea having way better luck from beyond the arc, so you know that's probably earning them that 10-point lead right now. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Seb Wilson's going to have to go one-on-one. Oh, lovely find.
Beautiful dish. Poor communication on help the weak side defense. Oh, all narrow in the court here. This is playing to St. Thomas's favour as I say that.
Always happens. Jonty Bond, excellent pass. Caden Bracey has a hot hand. He is lighting it up.
5 kuru whiwhi torus for Caden Bracey in the first half, building an 11-point lead for Waimea in the dying stages of the first half.
Well done, Will Blight, blowing it up on the hard show coverage. We're going to see Caden Bracey's 5th kuru whiwhi toru.
Nice find by Jonty Bond as well.
Yeah, athletic pass and the ability to pass it in the air and get it straight to Caden Bracey for a catch and shoot. No St. Thomas defender in sight. And
good
well
hands.
defended, manages to get it back. Hugo draws the foul against Will Blight.
Bit unlucky there on Will Bright, but fortuitous play by Hugo Gonzalez.
Like to see the foul count there for Will Blight. I believe that may be number 2. Yep, number 2, so not really too detrimental for Will, but he's going to be in positions where he may foul. Going to have to be a bit careful. Hugo makes the kuru totuku.
Yeah, here's a question for Coach Phil Jones. 2 minutes to go, up 10, potentially 9. Do you pull Will Bright out, make sure he doesn't get his 3rd before the half?
I mean, it's hard, you know, like, it's a difficult decision to make. I feel like there's no right or wrong way. He's been pretty good at being able to be vertical and wall up so far. I think he's just been caught out in a few vulnerable positions here and there. Caden opts not to pull, but they've got a team of shooters. Cohen Williams with a kuru whiwhi toru of its own. This team is putting on a 3-point clinic here in the first half.
Yeah, really good ball movement. Not Caden Bracey fumbled the pass a bit, opted to drive, finds a shoot on the opposite side, and Cohen Williams obliges. Here's his 3rd.
Travel.
Should wait for the referee's call before
Shut up,
jump in.
But he is.
Will Bright gets subbed out to ensure he doesn't get his third foul.
Sam Pritchard went into the ball game for the first time. Max Farley earning his break.
To be fair, good call from the refs. Will Bright in perfect position there.
Yeah, definitely. But would have felt a bit robbed if he had received that foul call. Again, on ball, messy pass. Colin Williams using his speed to go downhill.
Tough. Spin move.
Oh, strips the ball right out of his hands.
Fresh 14 for Waimea. Jonty Bond slowing things down.
Could take their biggest lead of the game here if this goes. Hayden Jones attacks a smaller Caleb Clarkson and finishes over contact.
That's a pretty finish. An adjustment in the air, hanging, body control.
51.
Biggest lead of the game.
Yeah, big lead, 51-37. St. Thomas would love to get a bucket here to kind of close that gap and try to gain some momentum before half-time.
Baseline drive, no good for Clarkson. Jonty Bonds, good athletic catch. 16-point lead. St. Thomas will slow it down for the last shot of the half.
Louis Gordon directing traffic. Waimea have had a clinic of a first half. Huge matchup here. Hayden Jones pops it out of Louis Gordon's hands, asking for possession.
Foul to give as well, Waimea, if they would like to use one.
8 seconds here in this quarter. Ball in the hands of Hugo. He's going to go downhill on Jonty.
Good contest.
Nowhere near. So a huge first half here today, Battle of the South Island. Waimea takes a huge 53-37 lead. What a game so far.
Outside of the first 2 minutes, Waimea have been in total control of this game. Side-to-side ball movement, wide open threes. Bracey hitting 5 of his own, while St. Thomas have struggled to find any kind of offensive rhythm.
Yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see what happens in the second half. We're going to take a little break and then we'll come back for another half of great basketball.
I just want to thank New Zealand Carbon Farming for taking the initiative and supporting schools like ours.
It's really important they have that outlet to come to kura for another reason other than curriculum, and for some reason in our water our kids just breathe sport, and having that resource here makes life that much more enjoyable and they can keep doing what they're good at. Having
this funding, being able to use it specifically targeting sport is hugely beneficial.
We had to make sure from the beginning, yep, this is what we're going to do and we're going to go all in. So I was so determined to have this pepe.
Huro pepe, ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
This isn't an ad about four-wheel drives. It's about knowing the place, as well as the locals.
You found the place. That's a good start.
Sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's saluting when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through a really tough time. It's a real privilege, but you know, for us, we want to see others get involved in this. This is not a selfish thing for Apollo. This is about how can we get, whether it's construction or other businesses, to get involved in this.
There's a lot of things that kids miss out on, and so to have businesses step up and want to be involved and to help is a game changer for schools. It really is.
The bait is over.
almost guarantee is there's going to be some good fish here today.
Tuna in every Tuesday.
I was pretty excited actually. Went from 0 to 100 real quick.
For a real good time.
All guns blazing. And my technique, it was me. What?
Are you getting outgunned?
Wild Tuesday. Ki whakaata Māori.
Another day in paradise.
Kia ora everyone, no mai, haere Maui. Welcome to the second half of this absolute clinic we've seen here today. Waimea with a healthy 53-37 lead. What a first half it's been, Ryan.
An absolute shooting display from across the board from this Waimea team. Multiple triples.
Yep.
Great ball movement. Looked really in control of this whole first half outside of the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. They, St. Thomas came out firing with some aggressive defence, but since then kind of dropped off a little bit and shot selection come a little bit poor, while Waimea have foot down and just capitalised. Caden Bracey, 5 triples. I believe Colin Williams hit one of his own. Lucas Strench with 2. Shows how gold shooting is.
Yeah.
And the ability for these boys to find shooters has been incredible.
If you can shoot and shoot at a high level, you'll find yourself on a basketball court.
Yeah, 100%.
It's these days, it's a skill you have to have. If you're a non-shooter, you have to be super talented at something else to get onto the court.
Yeah.
We were informed during the break that Will Bright is in fact 6'9" and is in the Junior Tall Blacks squad, whom travelled to Papua New Guinea to compete in the Oceania Champs first thing Sunday morning.
I mean, if you're 6'9", you'll probably find yourself in a New Zealand team, right?
Yeah, especially the way he plays defence. Great
100%.
job warming up in the first half, making it really tough on the drives from St. Thomas, not bailing them out, sending them to the free throw line. Also
was part of that Nelson team that got the gold medal at Under-17 Nationals this year.
Yeah, my Manawatu boys lost to them in the quarterfinals by 20-odd.
Ooh, that's tough. There is the man himself, Will Blight.
Carrying over his teammates and his manager, Stefan James, I believe.
Still 30 seconds left to go here. Waimea pumped and ready to go. St. Thomas have been receiving a bit of a spray at half-time, I believe. Probably not playing to the calibre at which they can play. But we've got a whole half of basketball left. Definitely not over for the St. Thomas side.
Yeah, if they want to get themselves back into the game, their shot selection in terms of contested versus uncontested shots has to improve. Otherwise, Waimea will continue moving the ball, and they'll run away with this game. But we're hoping St. Thomas put some pressure on and we can have a ball game.
I'd like to see them move out of that 2-3 zone as well. I think Waimea are too good of shooters for that. I think their best go was their aggressive man that they came firing out with to begin the game. Going to see St. Thomas have possession here to cut the lead down a little bit.
Moving right to left on your screen. Clarkson gets herself underway into the...
The gate action.
Nice little adjustment off the Iverson screens.
Tough finish by Louis Gordon. Much better to start the half.
Aggressive little adjustment out of their base set.
Well done by Seb Wilson on that on-ball there, and then manages to recover. Caden Bracey with his first three-point miss of the game. St. Thomas could be lucky here if Waimea starts to cool off a little bit.
Yeah, particularly if they fall in love with a three-point shot and cool off. Seb Wilson a little too long there in the pick and roll as Gonzalez was expecting out of it earlier.
Colin Williams drives and draws the foul.
Unlucky for St. Thomas. I thought they defended that well, perhaps a hint of a travel on Williams. However, Amy Jo Clark, I believe there was a block on St. Thomas as Colin Williams will head to the line for 2 quarter toe.
Probably just a little bit late there. I think he got lost a little bit, tried to recover, still moving and out of position a little bit. No good on the first kudu toe taku. Love a left-hand jumper, eh? Always wish I was left-handed. Good on the second. 15-point lead now for Waimea.
I find the left-handed jumpers, they either look amazing or there's something, no matter how much they work on it, there's just something that doesn't look aesthetically pleasing. Ooh, nice fake handoff. Cannot convert Seb Wilson. He'll like that one back.
You're not going to get many easier shots than that as well. Good screen coverage there. Seb Wilson doing a good job being active in the hard show. Long closeout, difficult, and just gets blown by. No help defense there either.
Nice patience by Bracey playing with 2 feet.
I'd like to see St Thomas communicating a little bit more in their back line. There's been a few times their low help has been exposed for being not there or being too late. Hugo, that's a really tough finish. Would like to see him playing off 2 a little bit more.
Underrated skill being able to finish off 2.
Absolutely. Caden Bracey attacking and good wall-up defence from the St Thomas boys. A much better contest.
While St Thomas haven't eaten into this lead very much, the defence under the rim has been improved.
Totally.
In the first half.
I think offensively shot selection has been a lot better. Kudu Whiwhituru from Hugo Gonzalez connects. He'll be happy with that one.
Drive to the paint by Louis Gordon. Kick out open Kudu Whiwhituru.
Much better triple for Hugo to make, and great ball movement. Caden Bracey called off a little bit.
Yeah, rushed that one a lot. Perhaps not the best catch.
That's an absolute dime. Can't convert Sam Pritchard, but a lovely pass from Lloyd Gordon. A couple of bunnies they've missed here early, giving away
They've really been back in this game. With 4 points left begging early for St Thomas. Nice dish.
Colin Williams splits the double team initially. Yeah, really nice. Just the back line of the St Thomas defence again being exposed a little bit.
If they can't get any kind of defensive flow here for St Thomas, I'd like to see them change their ball screen coverage, because right now Waimea are just at will making correct decisions against aggressive coverage. Hayden Jones slowing it down on the left-hand wing, splits a double again.
Again, second time in a row they split the double team and got a bucket out of it.
It's far too easy for a player of Hayden Jones' calibre.
We're going to see 3 starters being injected back in the game here for St Thomas, to no surprise. Hugo Gonzalez enters to the low post. Seb Wilson opts to go to work. Well defended by Lucas Trench, but that's a really nice finish.
Up and under. Your footwork in the post.
I like that. Possibly could go to him a little bit more offensively if he's able to work against Lucas Trench.
Bit of a switch there, okay. Whether they did that on purpose or not.
He's got an ability to guard guards, and that's not a bad screen coverage at the moment. The St Thomas side pretty even in height, so a hard switch actually isn't a terrible option.
Particularly if Waimea can't find the arrangement 3, then Seb Wilson can give him a little bit of a cushion and still stay in front and contest.
Absolutely. Hayden Jones, Kudu Whiwhituru on its way. Come on.
In saying that, Hayden Jones cooling off, don't go together.
Almost a 20-point lead now for Waimea.
Every time St Thomas feel like they're getting a bit of a momentum, Waimea just come straight back.
Yeah, totally. Hugo Gonzalez called for another travel. And he apologises for that one, recognises his mistake.
Subs on for both teams. Jonty Bond returning, Max Vale, Riwa, and Mana Martin for St Thomas.
I actually would like to see Seb Wilson back in the ball game sometime soon. I think he's done a really good job, and he's been a big part of their offence, creating looks for himself. Max Farley maintaining with Jonty Bond there. Doing a good job to find Caden Bracey, who's now cooled off from his hot start.
It looks like this switch from a few positions ago perhaps was not what they're supposed to do, regardless of it working.
Caden Bracey picking off a pass on the perimeter there, and then just, eating up in trans, pushing the lead now to 19. So a punishing lead for Waimea. I don't believe that's reflective of the difference between these two teams. Max Farley misses the bunny. They've left about 8 points out there and missed layups.
Perhaps the late night coming back to haunt them a bit here with a little bit of execution going begging.
Great defense from Riwa. They're able to stay in front, but a tough finish.
Took the contact, right hand off the glass, off the wood, or this wooden backboard.
Again, I don't believe the score is completely indicative. I think St Thomas definitely have the ability to be within 10 of this team, but Waimea just being absolutely classy in the way they're playing the game here today.
Yeah, clearly executing to a very high level.
Yeah. And
minimal turnovers, minimal poor shot selections, and it's resulted in currently a 21-point lead.
And the high clip of three-point shooting obviously assisting in that lead as well. Max Farley slips out the way, creates a gap for Louis Gordon. We're going to say that's a pass. A little bit of a tripping there.
Cap's got a bit of a Charlie as a bit of a lip by Louis Gordon.
Definitely a floater there, but we're going to claim it as a pass. Max Farley cleans up on that one.
Right time, right place. Louis Gordon exits, perhaps a bit of a Charlie, taking a little break.
Yeah, also his ankle, a bit of a soft spot for him, so.
Good hands by Farley. Composure shown by Bracey.
Great find, Jonty Bond. Looking to go in transition here. Yeah, really good job of Hugo to drop his shoulder into that contact and then finish through it.
Still plenty of time for St Thomas to come back. Well, it's only 17 with 13 minutes of gameplay to go.
Yeah, if they can kind of get a couple points on the scoreboard here and slow down Waimea, could be back in the ball game. Look, if they can get to 15 here, things might be a little bit different. Hayden Jones has a different idea.
Lots of contact, double-handed block, and Bracey, the tough finish over Max Farley.
Their ability to capitalise off turnovers like that is incredible. They haven't missed a lot in transition, and that's really made St Thomas pay. So we'll see.
Gonzalez with the bump off and then the two-hand grab.
That.
Wasn't even a block at all. It was near on a steal.
He just said, I'll have that. Thank you very much.
And Bracey converts to the other end. Tough finish over Max Farley.
Obviously, these guys have done a lot of skill work. Their ability to finish balanced in transition through contact. Incredible. So offense slowing down a little bit here.
Get a Max Marvin with a bit of a mismatch on the post. Drew the double.
Made me a little bit nervous.
Cooper Adams, who's a bit smaller and perhaps not as strong as Max Martin and St Thomas, have identified a little bit of a mismatch. Let's see if they go back to him.
Want to avoid vulnerable positions like that though. Getting the double in the low dead zone like that can be a little bit dodgy. Oh, great pass. Max Farley converting that one through pressure. Still at 17. St Thomas finding a little bit more offensive rhythm than in the second quarter.
Colin Williams. Step back, Bobby Jack.
No
Long
good.
On the Kura Fifi Turu.
So kind of the first bit of isolation ball we've seen from Waimea. Nicely done, and that is great ball movement. Hannah Martin, Kuru Fifi Turu able to connect now.
Nice extra pass, wide open shot. 14.
Yeah, only 14 now. So I think that's the closest it's been since Waimea's come out on this big run. Great find.
Jonty Bond, short.
Got to rebound that one. Hayden Jones, just when you thought St Thomas was clawing away, puts his foot down and gets the M1.
Yeah, nice offensive rebound by Cooper Adams, and allows Hayden to make something out of nothing. And one will go to the line for a Koroto Tuku, looking to make it a three-point play.
His ability to finish, it's incredible. Hanging in the air and getting that one off. And good on the Kuru Tuku. Extends the lead out now once again.
Still time for St Thomas. They're going to have to be disciplined, but it's not over yet.
It's doable, not over till it's over. Hugo stuck in traffic there. Hayden Jones doing a really good job to minimise his damage. 6 seconds for Louis to work with. That's a great shot.
Over the contested hand, nothing but net.
Nothing else you can really do about that defensively.
Yeah, if you're going to lose by giving up contested mid-ranges, then as a coach,
what can you do?
Yeah.
Ethan Robinson, huge defensive play, goes out in trans. Can they capitalise here? No, they cannot. Offensive tūrapa and one. Mana Martin.
Bit of, see the block here from behind by Ethan Robinson.
Thank you.
And then, just like earlier, teammates backing up, not assuming they're going to make it, and Mana Martin draws the contact and one. A bit of momentum here for St. Thomas.
Yeah, just being able to now minimalise the damage on the offensive end for Waimea. Every time they've kind of gone on a run, they've given up a bucket and the lead is extended once again.
And still, you know, 3 or 4 possessions left in this quarter to cut back into it.
Unsure what is... I
believe they're asking for 2 free throws, but it's only their 13th foul, so perhaps Phil Jones made a slight error, and his team is actually in the
he's giggling that one off a little bit. Whoopsie daisies.
Maybe it was the manager's fault as the manager puts his hand up and apologises. Stefan James there.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
Colin Williams playing with his breakfast. Well defended so far in this possession. Will Blight.
Yeah, a bit too physical by Ethan Robinson there with a couple of hands in the back of Will Bright on the post up.
One foul to give, so...
Next foul they'll be in the bonus.
I mean, that's not terrible. You know, looked like they were going to get a kick out to Hayden Jones, so not a bad foul, I suppose. Oh, but in saying that, a rare air ball from Hayden Jones.
It's a really good contest by Gonzalez without fouling. He looked a bit out of control there, but did enough to put Hayden Jones off and enough body control to not run into him.
St. Thomas could bring it within 11. If they get a bucket here, they'll be hoping for that. Great find. Will Blight, not in my house.
And that's why he's a junior Tooga. Good
Helps
recovery.
being 6'9", doesn't it?
Yeah, junior. Good recovery as St. Thomas have to reset. Gonzalez going to work.
Does a good job to find a way to get that up around
that's
Will.
That's a tough shot between Hayden Jones and Will Bright in the lead, only 11. As we see a reason why Will Bright is representing his country next week.
Thank you very much.
Not in my house.
One last position for Waimea, probably.
Great skip pass.
Yep, and St. Thomas have an opportunity to bring it within 9. And doing so before the third quarter mark would be huge for St. Thomas. Brings Will Blight out of the key with the on-ball. Really smart decision. Mana Martin and one. Animated as always. So St. Thomas have done an incredible job being resilient here and coming back. And one for Mana Martin will bring them within 9. Could be 8.
I believe at one point the lead was 23, so a really good fight back here by St. Thomas in the third quarter, giving them every possible chance to come away with this victory. As Hayden's got 3 seconds to go to work. Runner is just off the tupper, the Koro Fifi Toru.
We'll just see that once again. The near miss for Hayden's launch.
Yeah.
Yep, nicely done.
So, I think Waimea gone cold outside of Hayden Jones's one Koro Fifi Toru. Mixed in with perhaps not as well as execution in the first half. And conversely, St. Thomas significantly better shot selection, which has resulted in, right back in this game. It's only an 8-point game, 3 possessions.
Yeah.
So a really good job there by St. Thomas.
They've done a good job to move away from that isolation basketball. You know, they had a timeout late in the second and had a nice split kick extra out of that, and then kind of from that have had some really nice offensive flow. And then just in that back end of that quarter there, Waimea cooled off a little bit, and then St. Thomas actually able to capitalise. Mana Martin with a nice pair of and-ones. So now it's become a little bit more exciting.
Yeah, certainly getting to the rim a bit easier, drawing the contact. So we've got a ball game on our hands for, again, most likely top spot in their pool, which means one less game for the week and an extra bit of a sleep-in the automatic spot in the quarterfinals should the winning team win the game tonight.
And the good thing is, like, both these teams still a chance to make top 8. Number 1 seed will head on through easily, but then the second seed having to play that preliminary game, although have the higher seeding in that. So definitely, still a chance to make top 8 despite whoever loses this game. But obviously, you always want to come up with that number 1 seed. And obviously, there's a bit more behind this game, having been 2 South Island teams and St Thomas wanting to prove a point after a disappointing South Island finish.
You're telling me in the break that St Thomas were actually the Christchurch champions?
Yep, so they had a really big win earlier this year in our Thompson Cup. The Christchurch competition had about a 25-point win over Christchurch College without Louis Gordon as well. So that was a huge night for them.
Which would have been disappointing, then finishing 4th at qualifiers. So certainly that point to prove that 4th at the qualifiers is not indicative of how talented this team is.
Backdoor cut, no look pass to the corner. Caden Bracey will be praying that goes in. Offensive two-upper though for Lucas Trench.
5 for 5 in the first half for Bracey, but 0 for 4 so far in the second half.
Hugo, just an emotional decision.
Yeah, really no need to swipe down there. It's already a tough shot.
Yeah, and if Hayden makes that, you tip your hat to him and
absolutely.
Next play. Yeah, really emotional decision for Hugo there. It didn't even look like it was actually going to drop.
And now I believe that is his 3rd foul. So done a good job not fouling in the middle 2 quarters, but if this stays a ball game, perhaps that decision could come back to haunt him as Jones misses his second free throw.
St Thomas did a good job to secure that one. Hugo looking at Louis for a play call now. Hugo spacing out for the Messi. He's going to pull. A little bit overzealous in that one.
Tough shot. The contested hand and getting close to NBA range right there.
Hopefully he won't return to too many of those contested early shots that we were seeing in the second quarter from St Thomas. Caden Bracey, he's done a really good job at now becoming multi-dimensional. He isn't hitting as much as he was in the first half, but doing a good job at getting downhill. He's made a few, and now he's earned a trip to the charity stripe.
Waimea do such a good job of just making reads out against aggressive coverage. Whether it's Messi into a drive, Messi the skip pass because they know they're tagging from the weak side. Basically, just picking the right option. And
yeah, you can tell these boys, they play a lot of basketball. They come down to the Mainland Eagles camp twice a year, where there's a lot of high caliber coaches there. But I mean, even in their own town, they've got Phil Jones, and they obviously work a lot with Fitch, who's also the Nelson Giants coach. So they're prepared for success down there for sure.
Bit of a half-court press by Waimea, showing a different look as Louis Gordon is a quick 3, which is short off the tupper.
I'd like to see a little hezzy there and continue on to the rim, but he can definitely knock that down, so not a terrible option. Jonty Bond can't find some success, but saves it to his teammate.
12 on the shot clock here. Did hit the rim on his layup attempt as Bracey down the lane. Another layup. Bracey doing a good job getting into the paint here in the second half as we have
so the lead, I think it might be shot clock. The lead is extending now to 12. Again, still doable, but St Thomas want to make some adjustments now, clamp down that lead a little bit. Believe there is a shot clock issue. Looks like they're going to have 18 on the clock to work with. Be interesting to see the set they run now and who they go through. I like having Seb Wilson out on the perimeter, kind of drawing Will Blight away from the key so they don't have to penetrate with him down there.
I'd really like to see, we've just seen Louis Gordon near on one-on-one, but Hugo's creeping in. He should be drifting away to really make his player open up the lane for his teammates to go to work.
Totally. Tough miss there for Louis Gordon off the tupper. Hugo doing a good job against Hayden Jones. Caden Bracey has found himself again. Sixth kuru whiwhitoru for Caden Bracey there. Extends the lead out now back to 15.
It's 18 points on kuru whiwhitoru Bracey off only 10 shots, so your point per possession is high.
Great no-look pass to a shooter in the corner, but unable to convert, and that has been a massive difference here today. St. Thomas's inability to hit anything from beyond the arc versus Waimea's huge success.
Yeah, massive disparity in that department. Is Hayden Jones shaped to shoot, thought better of it.
It's a great contest from Seb Wilson there.
Yeah, particularly without fouling.
Hugo Gonzalez chooses to slow things down. Smart decision. And nice little pistol action there. Probably a little bit slow to get into the on-ball. Mana Martin will pull.
A lot of space there coming off that handoff from Mana Martin. I would like to see him probably put his head down and get into the paint. Nonetheless, a fortuitous rebound for St. Thomas and 2 points.
So it's still in that hard show, but not as aggressive from Seb Wilson. They're not really making much happen off of his hard show. And yeah, that's tough. Caleb Clarkson just a little bit undersized.
Bracey's having himself a game. He'd be close to a 30-piece.
I reckon he might almost be there, actually. 15-point lead for Waimea. And yeah, not a lot of intentional movement happening. All their movement is quite slow here for St. Thomas. Not sprinting into on-balls or anything. Yeah, that's clear. Clear as mud.
I don't believe St. Thomas used a timeout in the third quarter.
Yeah, I don't think so.
They've got 3 up their sleeves, so they perhaps if they're not making any inroads in the next 90 seconds, they may need to start changing up what they're doing because time's slowly ticking by and the lead's 16 currently.
Yeah, and you can recognise
17.
Yeah, recognise fatigue. However, they're getting into their actions quite slow. Seb Wilson just jogging into ball screens, allowing the defence to set out of that. You'd like to see a little more intention with their movement. O-board off of a rebound, off of a free throw.
I apologise. Lead is now 14.
Whoopsies.
16, wrong team shooting.
Great pass. Max Farley goes against contact. That could be Will Blight's 4th.
And for St. Thomas, they're getting free throws, which means clock stopped. So slowly eating the lead with time not ticking by, which is what they need currently.
And that is, Will Blight's on 4.
Big
so now, big decision to make. You know, do you pull him out or do you take the risk? It's quite a long time.
Yeah, it's 6 minutes, you know. You could buy 2 minutes, but
it doesn't look like Phil's chucked in anybody yet.
See his trust levels he's got in his players. Coach Phil Jones is Max Farley unable to convert either of the Puroto tukus.
Again, that on ball there. Really nice pass to a short roll. Just great basketball from this Waimea side. Well defended though. Hugo Gonzalez being physical with Hayden Jones. I think Hayden took that one a little bit personally.
It's a tough shot, but Hayden again
fumbled
follows up, but turnover, and here comes Mana Martin for St. Thomas. Steps through, tough finish.
Really nice finish.
Back to 12, 5 minutes to go.
Timeout by Phil Jones.
Just to get them settled.
Unsure, did he call one in the third quarter either?
I don't think so.
Yeah, so I think he's got 3 to work with as well. See that again. Lucas Trench just fumbles the ball, gutting.
Yeah, nice step through here by Mana Martin. It's a tough finish.
We won't see the finish, but nice finish anyway. Chips it to 12 again. Phil Jones composed as ever. Still in the lead, you know, so still have that advantage. It's St. Thomas who really need to put some serious mahi in to close this gap. They've done a good job at, you know, clawing away the lead, but the closest they've come is 8. So it'll be interesting to see kind of what they do to crawl away a little bit.
I wonder if they persevere with that ball screen coverage or they look for a change up. You know, still 3 timeouts up their sleeves in the next 3 minutes, so continue taking high quality looks. Can they be a little bit more aggressive and force, you know, a couple of turnovers like we just saw, and you get those easy buckets as Amy Jo Clark on your screen calls time in, and we look to restart this game.
Yeah, the screen coverage, I like the hard show, although it's just become a little more passive now. You know, Seb Wilson not really doing overtime work to make them feel disrupted. You know, they've been able to turn the corner relatively easy. So, you know, no wonder these boys are fatigued. They've had a big week in a late game last night. So,
if I was St. Thomas's coach right now, I would switch all the ball screens apart from Max Farley's. So there would be a high level of communication from Max. But I'm not
But you're just a commentator.
Yeah, I'm just a commentator.
So look like they switch their guard-to-guard screen there. And
much more passive coverage on the screens now.
Waimea doing a good job though to utilise the shot clock. They did a good job to kind of waste a little bit of time there, but unable to convert. St. Thomas will be willing for a bucket here.
Zone, 3-2 zone by Waimea, so nice little change up for Phil Jones out of the half. And
it's a huge rebound.
Oh no. Hayden Jones comes down on an ankle.
Not a good sign for Waimea.
He is in a fair amount of pain. The 3-2 zone forced a shot that Phil Jones would have been happy with, a contested long two, as Hayden Jones looks to walk it off.
I'm unsure. I don't think there's any foul call on that one. It was just a clean contest for the rebound. We'll wipe up some sweat here, I think. So we'll see that. Just two guys jumping up. That's
landing on an ankle, going for the basketball. Two players competing. Hopefully nothing serious for Hayden, and a bit of ice and walk it off and be able to keep competing for the rest of the week.
Yeah, not a good position for Waimea to be in, but the great thing about this team is they are very deep, so able to continue to operate without him.
They will take a spell on the bench as they...
I think he's looking like he wants to check back in already.
Tough player, Hayden Jones. Jonty Bond will resume the point guard duties. Up 12, 4 minutes 40 to go.
Operating really well out of that on-ball screen.
Comes the second on the right-hand side.
Well done, Louis Gordon, getting a hand in that, disrupting it. Now they only have...
5.
Yeah, really good defensive position here.
Two of St. Thomas's best defensive positions in the last two positions. And back into a man-to-man, Waimea.
Empty corner on ball here. Will Blight, a really good hard show coverage. 10 seconds to work with. Mana's going to go himself.
Yeah, good defense. A little bit out of control. Distracts that pivot foot.
It's been multiple travel calls for St. Thomas here today.
Hayden Jones only had one position out, and he's back in, ready to try and steer this Waimea team home. Colin Williams pulls to the ball screen.
I love that almost all of their offense is just on ball and then able to make decisions out of that. Lucas Trench and one.
Yeah, I don't believe Waimea have actually run a traditional set.
No.
It's just been drag ball screens and making good basket plays.
Yeah, well, they'd have a plethora of options out of that as well. They've run multiple options, gone through different scoring.
Because I remember from under-17 nationals that they did have a few sets that Coach Phil Jones ran with the Nelson team, as Hugo Gonzalez is long and the Kuta Fifi Turu off the Iverson cut.
Yeah, so St. Thomas really going to have to make some big money moves here if they want to claw back at this lead. Waimea pretty comfortable at the moment and a lot of game control.
And doing a good job of really stretching out these positions, getting deep into the clock.
An unfortunate trip there from Louis Gordon leaves them down a defender. Oh, that's huge.
Gracie. Toro Fifi Turu, number 7.
7? Wow, and that's a huge timely bucket now. It's looking like it's going to become out of reach for St. Thomas very quickly.
Gonzalez on the drive, nice
Tough finish.
Avoiding the contact with Will Bright.
So that will be 15. Waimea still comfortable, kind of getting any look they want.
Yeah, Jones doing a good job just slowing it down. And Gracie, number 8.
Oh, that would have been
It was confident.
Huge. Fair enough, hot hand. Hayden Jones.
The late recovery. As we see the replay of Hayden showing no ill effects of the rolled ankle, and
give me that.
Says Louis, you got to do a better job next time, mate, because you're not coming in here easy.
So just under 3 minutes, 15 points doable?
It's still time. You're going to have to be really good. You're going to have to speed up the game, get it through extra positions. And Waimea have done a good job in the last 90 seconds, making sure they're getting deep into their shot clock. It is a St. Thomas timeout, so I'm sure they'll run a little baseline out of bounds play to get a clean, quick look. We'll look to see if Waimea counter that with some sort of zone on the baseline out. But yeah, you're going to have to speed up the game a bit.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to be really good, take quick, clean, open looks offensively for St. Thomas.
Unfortunately, no momentum in their way either, so Waimea have got, they've got the upper hand with all the momentum and the lead. It'll be interesting to see what they can come up with.
Oh, Treacher walking down the wrong end, realising they're going to play defence first before he can go play offence, and they are in a man-to-man. Maybe they're showing man and they'll drop into a zone. Quite often coaches will like to do that as referees encourage players to put their mouse guards in.
Looking like they are still in a man. Wanting a quick bucket here, like you said. Oh, that's gutting.
Almost. Could have had a layup. Unfortunately, the pass a little off target for Max Farley's reach.
I like the idea though, right? Right idea.
And hopefully we'll see some extended pressure. Thomas need to speed this game up.
Louis, great job.
Cookies.
Thank you very much.
Smart play by Hugo Gonzalez. Touches the ball, means the ref sets the blower's whistle, actually stops the clock. Saves about 5 seconds on the baseline.
Yeah, 100%. And applying some extended pressure against Hayden Jones there, but Hayden handling it.
Gets the switch.
I'd like to see Hayden.
Boomerang.
Yeah, nice. Just about to say that actually. And
gets to a spot.
Lovely shot. Not a terrible look for a good shooter. St. Thomas need to get a bucket here soon. Can't waste much time. Will Blight doing a really good job at staying vertical. They're asking for a foul call, but there was no better defense he could have played in that position.
Verticality being rewarded here by Waimea.
Colin Williams looking to reject the ball screen and just bums the bunny. St. Thomas going to have to start launching. Kura Whipitoru.
Big three. 10-point game. 90 seconds to go is perhaps a fortuitous stoppage here as we see Mata Martin pull up behind the screen and nail the three. And they're looking to clean up the sweet mark from Hugo Gonzalez. So let's see if any kind of zone press for St. Thomas right here, because there is time, but they do have to play fast.
Yeah, and possibly we're going to see some three-point launch attempts to kind of close this gap as fast as they possibly can. That was a very timely one there from Mata Martin. And no surprise, we're going to see some extended pressure and Jonty Bond back in the game to help handle that a bit more.
Hayden Jones taking the ball out, so he'll become the lag. So if they're smart, they won't give up the lag to Hayden.
Oh, yep, Hugo just a bit overzealous on creating that contact there.
Tough call, not a hell of a lot of a disadvantage for the offensive player. Nonetheless, it's sideline out.
They still have 19 seconds on the shot clock, so they'll definitely take their time.
Good job by
Louis doing a really good job.
Tough shot by Colin Williams.
Kuru Whipitoru, Colin Williams. That's a timely bucket.
Yeah, a big shot. Almost ices the game. A bit of a dagger there.
That is clutch. And Louis Gordon looking for one of his own, but can't convert. And it's looking like Waimea is going to come away with the South Island battle.
The decision is a fortuitous turnover for St. Thomas and Mata Martin straight back to 10 points.
Yeah, he's done a good job at hitting 2 back-to-back clutch threes. would have been more detrimental had that Colin Williams 3 not gone, but I like that. However, the foul means that Waimea will shoot up here.
Stops the clock. And perhaps playing the free throw game.
Colin Williams just off the back of that Kuru Whiwhi Toru. Can he continue the hot shooting streak? Am I going to put my commentator's curse on him? No, I'm not.
The reverse curse. Stretches it out to 11 points.
Tough deficit to be in with 50 seconds to go.
Perhaps, yeah, looks like St. Thomas will call a timeout if it went in, but it doesn't.
Gonna have to get early 3 here like they have been.
Not a lot of urgency here. Oh, they got a little elevator screen, but broken up by perhaps a player of the game, Bracey.
Caden Bracey, just able to anticipate that. There's been a few where he's picked off those perimeter passes, doing a good job being active.
Elevator doors not quite closing strong enough to block Bracey out.
And that's 4 for Mana, just been the one in position to give away those fouls here. Caden no good on the first Kuru Tautaku, so still somewhat within reach for St. Thomas here, but Waimea are heavily in control.
Time the enemy of St. Thomas right now.
And Waimea plenty of fouls to give if they decide they need to.
Waimea obliging by missing the free throws.
Mana gonna have to, yeah, no space to pull. And a rebounding foul given away by Seb Wilson, unnecessary, and will give Waimea an opportunity to go and extend their lead by 13.
Caden Bracey will get some more quarter tuku practice.
He'll be wanting to make these ones this time.
Get that percentage up.
And good on the first Kuru Tautaku, pushing that lead out ever so slightly, making it a lot more difficult for St. Thomas. And only 26 seconds, so unless a miracle occurs here, I think Waimea can be pretty safe.
I'm not even sure Tracy McGrady could do this.
Yeah, that's true.
13 points in 26 seconds.
I think, yep.
And that is it. Congratulations to Waimea, who will dribble out the clock and essentially take top spot here in their pool and get their well-deserved break tomorrow morning.
That's a huge effort from Waimea and a big win over their South Island enemies. 92-79, an absolute clinic of beautiful basketball.
And I think credit to St. Thomas, that they played late to the night last night due to some unfortunate circumstances, and they fought hard and gave themselves a chance, but at the end Waimea too strong.
Unfortunately for them, if they continue to win the rest of their pool games, still second seed and a chance to make top 8. So, but a great game that we witnessed here today. I believe we're going to be jumping off the live stream for a bit, but back later in the day for the single A girls semi-finals. No hora mai rā. Caden Bracey.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this isn't about what we wore back in the day.
we're going to go now. Going once, going twice, no more offers. Sold!
It's about being trusted to get a better result for our clients since 1973.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through tough times.
Sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
I just want to thank New Zealand Carbon Farming for taking the initiative and supporting schools like ours.
It's really important they have that outlet to come to kura for another reason other than curriculum, and for some reason in our water our kids just breathe sport, and having that resource here makes life that much more enjoyable and they can keep doing what they're good at.
Having this funding, being able to use it specifically targeting sport is hugely beneficial.